Jerry Jones, Herschel Walker. Y'all already know, man. What's good? What's good, my peopleizations? What's good? What's good? We're going to get into this today. We're going to talk about it today. Jermell Charlo, Brian Castano, highly anticipated undisputed showdown was this past weekend. Was y'all satisfied with the results? We're going to talk about what could have been done on both sides to be victorious. We're going to talk about undefeated 3-division world champion, who was the WBO welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Terence Crawford, Terence Bud Crawford, and his confidence. Jermell Charlo will never be pound for pound, or this is why he's not pound for pound, is what Terence Crawford stated. Is Brian Castano's style all wrong for Jermell Charlo? Did Jermell Charlo overlook Brian Castano? Who's going to win the rematch? Should it be an immediate rematch? Seems like the immediate rematch is coming. Why do you say that, Blue? Because I saw that Coach Cunningham, who asked should the next fight be Lubin and Danny Garcia, and said we're not going to fight for the WBC mandatory position. So that's an indication to me that they know we're going to get this immediate rematch. All sanctioned bodies hold off on the mandatories, please. All sanctioned bodies, we need you to hold off on the mandatories. We need all sanctioned bodies to hold off on the mandatories. Right? I was just talking to my brother Carolina Ryder. And Brian Castano is the Sean Porter of the junior middleweight division. That's what I just told my brother Carolina Ryder. I said Brian Castano is the Sean Porter of the junior middleweight division. Sonia Vaughn, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? That's what Brian Castano is. And I said, man, I'm yelling at my screen. And I don't like to, I try to stay neutral, but I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. Sue me. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. Sue me. And so I'm saying to my screen, Jermell, use your jab. Use the jab. Derrick James is pleading with him to use the jab. I'm pleading with my TV screen because I didn't go to the fight. So I'm pleading with my TV screen. I'm saying use your jab. And then I come to realize and say to myself, and I said to myself, hey, Blue, maybe I underestimated Brian Castano, and maybe Jermell can't use his jab. Oi, Jamaica. Kenny Peace 504. Ozzy Days. So Cool 1. Benjamin Harrington. What's going on? Carl Brown. What's going on? And so I said to myself, maybe, Lord Lawrence UK. Copper Aborigines. What's going on? and said, I underestimated Brian Castano. I underestimated Brian Castano. Y'all saw my prediction. And for everybody, let me say this too. For everybody that came on my inbox, my comment section, and they were saying in the comment section, oh, Blue, this was clickbait. This was clickbait. No. Reading is fundamental. If you don't read, that's not my issue. I said fight prediction. And I had people in my chat saying, oh man, this was clickbait, Blue. This was clickbait. Carl Brown, you don't have a wrench? Thought you was already wrenched up. This is clickbait. Because they didn't read, I said final prediction. All you saw was the thumbnail or the initial, the words, and you said, oh, this is what you didn't read. I said, this is my final prediction that it's going to be a 5th round knockout. So, Rich Alex, salute the Phoenix. So, with that said, Skills from New Orleans, Mario Foster, what's going on? Right? So, with that said, Antonio Coleman, what's going on? Infinite Odell's brother in the super chat. Jermell had him hurt a couple of rounds, but when he needed to press on the gas, Jermell fell short. This made the fight closer. Hashtag Blue Run Boxing. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you 1,000%. Julius Cypher, Jamal Stafford, what's going on? Shooter, what's going on? Wendell Jackson, what's going on? And so I had to say to myself, Tony Montgomery, Dane Watson, what's going on? I had to say to myself, my brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell, Shaka Guru, Sin 50 Trade Deuce Deuce, what's going on? I underestimated Brian Castano. Underground is solid, my brother. Wagwan Reaction, Jose Juarez, Montavia Berry, L. Harper Reptiles, what's going on? I underestimated Brian Castano. Ethan Fresh 73, SS Chicago, Chris Garcia, what's going on? I truly did. Chilltown Majors, Warrior 28, the Bushy, what's going on? My brother's keeper, G Cole, what's going on? I underestimate, and I want to stand corrected on Brian Castano. Because, like I told my brother, Carolina Riders, Muns Sanchez, what's going on? Maybe, oh maybe, people. Because I was one that said, yeah, well, he nullified Erislandy Lara. I thought he won that fight. Why not? What's going on? P Black Mo, what's going on? DP Rocker, what's going on? Joseph Nichols, what's going on? He nullified my brother Emmanuel H. What's going on, great brother? I'm going to send you my number. Aaron Stinson, what's going on? So, I watched the fight with Lara, and I said, yeah, well, you know, Lara utilized too much movement. It's on Lara. Chosen One, what's going on? Khalid 162, what's going on? I said, it's on Lara, right? It was the mistakes Lara made. Then I watched the fight with Castano and Teixeira. And I said, well, Teixeira wasn't that good, right? Radrick Lackey, what's going on? Sing Kobli Masibi, what's going on? Salute to South Africa. Radrick Lackey, what's going on? Sheen, what's going on? So I said to myself, well, Lara utilized too much movement. Fly Boys, what's going on? Demetrius Hogg, Brian Elwers, what's going on? He used too much movement, right? Then I said, well, Teixeira just wasn't that good. Brent Lawson, what's going on? Now he's done it again with Jermell Charlo. And the fight with Jermell Charlo looks similar to the Lara fight. It looks similar to the Teixeira fight. And then I realized, wait a minute. Maybe I'm not giving Brian Castano enough credit for who he is. Why you say that, Blue? Because, Stephen Taylor, what's going on? It's the same thing with Sean Porter. Sean Porter is in the same type of fights every fight because he makes you fight his fight. And so we say, well, why didn't you use this? Right? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this with Sean Porter? Why didn't you do this? Mark Pinkerton, what's going on? And we have to come to the realization they can't do it because what Sean Porter is doing, it nullifies. So it leads me to start to believe and say to myself, Maybe Jermell Charlo wasn't using his jab because he couldn't use his jab. Maybe Jermell Charlo wasn't comfortable using his jab because of what Castano was doing. The TV kid, that kid TV, brother in the super chat, Salute Blue. I feel like Mel being too patient is what him sometimes. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. Right? He didn't seem to have a sense of urgency, right? Davis, what's going on? He didn't seem to have a sense of urgency, right? But it's always the way he is, right? And so I say to myself, well, is it due to the fact that now when he had more sense of urgency against Tony Harrison in those two fights, he had more search of, it depends on what he's comfortable with, right? He stuck to the game plan. He was comfortable with Jason Rosario. He wasn't comfortable with the approach of Brian Castano. Paul Ruffin, my brother in the super chat. I agree, Blue, that Castano is the Sean Porter of the division. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's the Sean Porter of the junior middleweight division. And so I'm saying to myself, you know something? They can't do it. Yeah, no, man, you don't put that in chat. Kareem Ebanks, what's going on? I'm going to send you mine. Marky Dan 123, what's going on? Albert Harper, what's going on? Machiavelli Mafia, Bro Man, what's going on? Customer Service, what's going on? Stephen Taylor, Righteous B, what's going on? So I said to myself, Carl Brown, let me rent you up too, great brother. And so I'm saying to myself, Gilbert Rodriguez, what's going on, young king? Carl Brown, let me rent you up too, great brother. And so I said to myself, and I learned, I said, listen, you know something? Maybe it's just what Brian Castano brings to the table that makes his opponents hesitant. Big brother in life, what's going on? Why not? What's going on? Clark Boxing, what's going on? Eduardo Santiago, what's going on? It's what he does good at. It's not flashy. He don't have power. He don't have flair. He don't have speed. He does what he does great. Tone Capone 1, what's going on? Manuel Paredes, what's going on? He does what he does great, and he's effective at what he does great. Peace be free, what's going on? And it makes his opponents uncomfortable. Because he'll feint you 3 times and don't throw a punch. Tay Brown, peace bless, Queen. How you doing today? Tony Jones, what's going on? He'll feint you 3 times and don't throw 1 punch. Then he'll feint you once and a half a feint and throw a punch. And he'll exchange with you sometimes, and then he'll lay back. Seb Low, what's going on? Jafari Caesar, Jay Ruthless Riley, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? He's efficient, right? SS Chicago. He's efficient at what he does. Stu Baby Love TV, what's going on? JDL's channel, what's going on? Franklin Watson, K. Mulleria, 504, what's going on? He impressed me as well. Curtis Price, what's going on, Curtis? He impressed me. Deion Smith, PJ Colazzo, what's going on? Where you been at, great brother? Cooper Pactober, what's going on? Triple X, what's going on? He impressed me a whole lot. Side of Ruler, what's going on? Aaron Stinson, what's going on? And I believe that it may look like this in the second fight. Now, again, I'm picking Jermell. I'm going against my brain. You understand? You're saying 007. What's going on? Elijah Lawson, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, with that performance, do you think Bud will beat Charlo? Yes. I think that now he has more of a chance than I initially gave him. Now it's a 50-50 fight. Abdul Smith, what's going on? I didn't think it was a 50-50 fight. Ladarius Finley, PHMD 13, the Boston Session TBS. My brother Kyle in the building. Go subscribe to my brother, the Boston Session TBS. Kyle, drop your link in the chat, great brother. I didn't initially think that Salo Science was going on. That would be the case. Alexander Ramos was going on. I thought it was 60-40 Jermell Charlo. Shining light. What's going on? Talk about it TV. What's going on? Now I think it's a 50-50 fight. Henry King. What's going on? And I can see in ways that Terence Crawford can win the fight. Sherman Callahan. What's going on? Lamar Poydras. What's going on? If indeed Jermell Charlo fights like he fought on Saturday. Coach Rod. Gabe Cardenas. 88. Eddie Sports Money. Nick Kane. Franklin Watson. What's going on? Darren Dunn. What's going on? Hold on 1 second. Be right back, my people. Let me go get something real quick. Pardon me, my peopleizations. P-Dog, what's going on? Chase the Coin, what's going on? Leroy Hookfin, what's going on? Jovan Carrillo, Dwayne Jones, Black Attack, Vince Williams, Fly Boys, what's going on? So now I can see ways that Terence Crawford can win the fight. Slim Jim 314, Will Smith, Chad Quinn Jr., what's going on? C.I. Wright, what's going on? And I'll get into that in a second. AZAP Sam, Tree Leaf Trot, what's going on? Memphis TN Mar, what's going on? Leo Vince Smoke, what's going on? Smash the like button, people. We got 570 people, and we have 200 likes. I'll just sit here and look at y'all until you get the lights up. Jamil Allen, what's going on? Number 3, Marshall Jenkins, what's going on? Since y'all just going to sit and look at me and not participate, then I'll sit and look at you and not participate. Straight Gate Trade, what's going on? T. Scott, James Diamond, Jemiah Vaughn, what's going on? It's no way we have that many people, 600 people now, and we have 200 likes. You Yapo, what's going on? I don't understand that. Lechi Puma Skills, what's going on? Groundworks Entertainment, what's going on? It's free. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Smash the like button. It's free. It's free. Participate. Don't moonlight. Participate. Trey Jackson, what's going on? Daryl Bendingfield, what's going on? Jermaine Jubilee, what's going on? I don't understand that. Machiavelli Mafia, my brother in the super chat. Floyd gets big props for having IQ to adjust. Doesn't seem that our brother Jermell made any adjustments when things went wrong. Ring IQ is underrated. Ring IQ is very underrated. And Machiavelli Mafia, you're 1,000% right. Floyd Mayweather's biggest attribute is his ability to compute, make adjustments, and win the fight. Jermell didn't make any adjustments. And Derrick James was pleading with him and giving him the correct instructions. He just wasn't doing it. And I don't know if he wasn't doing it because of what Brian Castano was bringing to the ring and what Brian Castano was doing. I don't know if that was the case, but he just wasn't doing what Derrick James was asking him to do and pleading with him to do. Let your jabs go and you'll be able to throw combinations. He was not doing it. And it leads me to believe that maybe it was the timing, the counterpunch ability, and the effective aggressiveness of Brian Castano that made him hesitant to put that stick out there because he was going to counter it. He countered it a couple of times with straight right hands. Trey Anderson, brother in the super chat, both of the Charlo brothers are overrated. Canelo with both of them. Hashtag Robbie PS Castano wins rematch. I thought Castano won the fight. I'm going to be straight up honest. I thought Castano won the fight. All Eyes on Me Media, what's going on? And Tinted Down, what's going on? Caesar Salazar, Hamilton Steel, what's going on? Brandon Williams, A-Rod 83, Basio, what's going on, great brother? No Paint Entertainment. Carlos Dentrell, what's going on? I'm going to say that maybe it's the inactivity that may be getting to them. We have 700, almost 700 people here, and we don't have 400 likes. Carolina Ryder, my brother in the super chat, dropping that hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, salute to you, great brother. I was just talking to my brother Carolina Ryder, and we was just talking about this. I almost forgot I had to come and do the show. We be chopping it up. And Mark it in 1, 2, 3, my brother in super chat. Had it 7-5 now 8-4 Castano. You missed my super chat, Blue. Did I? I probably Mark it in 1, 2, 3. I apologize, great brother. I had it 7-5 for Castano. Nick King, what's going on? I had it 7-5 for Castano, and I wasn't opposed to the draw. And the reason I wasn't overly, I wasn't saying, oh, it was a robbery and they took this fight from him. I didn't say that because in the manner Jermell Charlo hurt Brian Castano in the second and 10th round so badly that, seemed like he was on the verge of getting stopped. One judge scored the 10th round, 10-8 round, which I don't listen. If you don't hit the canvas, I don't agree with it being a 10-8 round. 10-8 rounds is for if you hit the canvas. You didn't hit the canvas, you was able to. So you need to get credit for being able to have the savvy and the IQ and the ability to survive a round when you badly hurt. That needs to be taken into account. So when you give a 10-8 round for a guy that didn't hit the canvas, you're not giving him credit for his work in not hitting the canvas. DJ, what's going on? Aki Kari, what's going on? Diane Barrett, what's going on? You follow what I'm saying? Don't give me a 10-8 round when it's a skill to be able to survive in there with Jermell Charlo when you hurt that bad. Sylvester Solomon, 2011, what's going on? Andre Lanio, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? So to say, Stephen Truitt, what's going on? I'm giving you a 10-8 round as if you hit the canvas when you, Almighty Chilzo, what's going on? Shay Ross, what's going on? It's a skill to be able to be in the ring with a Tank Davis, Deontay Wilder, Jermell Charlo, Canelo Alvarez when they got you badly hurt and make it out the round with a lot of time in the round. That has to be taken into consideration. That's a skill as well. And so when you give him a 10-8 round, you're removing the skill of him being able to hold on, him being able to utilize the ring, him being able to stay on his feet, his ring IQ, his ring savvy, to be able to move. You're taking that away from him when you say it's a 10-8 round and he didn't hit the canvas. Carl Brown, my brother in the super chat, said Jermell could have made this fight so easy, real talk. And that's the thing, right, Carl Brown? Nick J, Peace of Buzz Queen, how you doing today? And my thing is this. Carl Brown, you see how you said that he could have made the fight easier? I don't think he can have. He could have. Stephen Jonigan, what's going on? I say, Jonigan, what's going on? I say, man, use your jab, use your stick. But again, it's just like when you're dealing with Sean Porter. We feel like, oh, you can make the fight easier if you do this or do that. Like what Errol Spence fought Sean Porter, right? We said, oh, Errol Spence could have made the fight easier. Could he? Or did Sean Porter force that fight upon you? Because that's the fight Sean Porter's in every night he steps in the ring. So Sean Porter makes you fight his fight. You understand? So now we have more data that shows us Brian Castano makes you fight his fight. He made Lara fight his fight. He made Charlo fight his fight. He made Teixeira fight his fight. And everybody other than that, everybody fought his fight. So now we have to say, are they fighting his fight because he's making them fight his fight and they don't have a choice and they have to make adjustments? Malik Omar, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to the vanguard of LDBC. Castano's official. I am going to stay on code by saying I am glad that fight was in Texas. I hope Charlo has learned that race does matter. Karma is universal. This is a fact. Dog Pound TV. What's going on, great brother? Henry King, what's going on? My brother Marky Dan 123 in the super chat. He said, have you ever seen Mel that quiet after a fight? No, because he knew he was in the fight that he very well could have lost. And that wasn't like the Tony Harrison fight. He was uncomfortable. He was uncomfortable. And he admitted that when that 117-111 scorecard came out, that was completely not a good look. Nick Kane, brother in the super chat, Blue, I felt like the ropes held Charlo up after the hook from Castano. Yeah, the ropes did hold him up. But on the flip side of that, the ropes held up Castano when Jermell had him hurt on the ropes as well. So, that's a catch-22. The ropes did help hold Jermell up, but the ropes held up Castano as well. And Castano was hurt even worse than Jermell was. Jermell was buzzed and shocked. Jermell was buzzed and shocked. Castano was hurt. Dean West, what's going on? This fight has just become a pay-per-view fight. You're right. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. NTMT Morris, brother in the super chat. The 114-113 judge have Castano a 10-8 round. Have Castano a 10-8 round. Right. And that's what I'm saying. There shouldn't have been no 10-8 rounds unless somebody hit the deck. If you didn't hit the deck, there's no 10-8 round. We can't give people 3-point shots because, hey, well, man, look how far he was right next to the 3-point line, so we're going to give him a 3-pointer. No, a 3-pointer is a 3-pointer. A knockdown is a knockdown. Tony Montgomery, my brother in the super chat, he said Mel failed to go to the body. Didn't utilize the jab or uppercut. The worst part was him not standing his ground and backing up into the ropes. And I'm going to say this, Tony Montgomery, that was in large due to the part of what Brian Castano brought to the table. LC Brown, what's going on? Jay Grant, Map S, what's going on? Presidential Mike, what's going on? That we're not giving Brian Castano enough credit. As I tell you guys, just like with Sean Porter. We always, American Patriots 1776, what's going on? We always say what people should be doing against Sean Porter, and they never get it done. Mac Opulence, what's going on? Sylvester Solomon, 2011, what's going on? Real McCoy, my brother, what's going on? Robert Gonzalez, what's going on? Charlie J, what's going on? We always say what people can and cannot do with Sean Porter. Hey, this guy going to knock out Sean Porter. Man, Terence Crawford going to knock him out. Earl Smith's going to knock him out. Keith Thurman going to knock him out. Quincy Carter, Surratt, what's going on? Janina Brissett, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Oh, this person going to knock him out. That person going to knock him out. And they never do. TR, what's going on? Machiavelli Mafia, my brother, back in the super chat. He said, is it possible that the mandatories for both of them will step aside for the rematch, knowing that may get an undisputed shot if they do so? I agree. Yes, they should. And it seems like the fact that I just saw Kevin Cunningham say that, that they're not fighting their WBC mandatory leads me to believe that we're going to get a rematch between Castano and Jermell Charlo. The fact that they said that leads me to believe that that's going to be the case. I don't know who Castano's mandatory is, but the fact that Terence Crawford is not moving up to junior middleweight, I don't see them forcing it upon anybody. So I think we all good. Presidential Mike, my brother in super chat. Charlo figured Castano out towards the end. I got Charlo by KO in the rematch. Just stay off the ropes. I'll say this. I think Charlo had him figured out from the beginning. It's just that he was uncomfortable doing that, being that aggressive. It's easier to be that aggressive when you know there's no more rounds left. You could empty the tank. When you know you're in the 11th in the championship round, 11th and the 12th round, there is no tomorrow at that point. So it's easier to let him fly at that point in time because you know there is no tomorrow. It's harder to do that when you're in the second and third round, when you know if you don't get him out of there, you can empty your tank and he can get you up out of there. It's a different mindset when you get to those championship rounds. We have 400 likes and we have 800 people. So that means there's 400 people watching that didn't smash the like button. Bruce Clark, my brother in Super Chat, to me, he only won 2 rounds, meaning Charlo, but didn't listen to trainer. He didn't listen to, and I don't want to say he was purposely not listening. Benny Blanco, what's going on? Not listening to Derrick James. Rematch, Mr. Pac-Man 216, Jordan Maverick, Los Angeles Lakers, what's going on? Mikey 1, what's going on? I don't want to say he was purposely. I think it was what Brian Castano was doing. Barry Bonds, what's going on? And so here's my thing. Marshall Jenkins, what's going on? Ray and everything, what's going on? And here's my thing, right? I think Lee Gunner, what's going on? I think that in a rematch, it'll be a different fight. Everything Boxing and Sports. My brother Keon in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Keon. Everything Boxing and Sports. I think in a rematch, Keon, drop the link in the chat, great brother. I think in a rematch, it'd be a different fight. I think Jermell Charlo would, apply himself more. Jonathan Mundaya, what's going on? Andre Edwards, what's going on? LSAK Tag, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Salute, Blue. Appreciate what you and Kirk do. We appreciate you, great brother. We appreciate you. La D, peace and bless, Queen. Where you been at? Man, we got La D in the building. La D, where you been at? Orange, what's going on? Where you been at, Queen? We ain't see you in a month of days in here. Eric Crenshaw, what's going on? A month of days up in here. Real McCoy, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that 3/4 of a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. The ability for black people to see controversy the way that we see it amazes me. Cognitive dissonance, yep, is real. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is, great brother. Yes, it is. Big Block, what's going on? Yes, it is. Grindhard Sports Nation, what's going on? Stephen Jonigan. She said, how did this dude only give Charlo 2 rounds? What was he watching? Yeah, I don't know. Some people, Francine Arcellus, what's going on? Some people just see, his inactivity. And he may have been looking at it from the inactivity standpoint, and saying to himself, listen, this dude wasn't doing nothing outside of those 2 major rounds. But those, Dr. Pablo said, what's going on? Those 2 rounds he did win, he won them so big. It was amazing, man. And that's what I'm saying. I got to give Brian Castano more credit because I was like, man, Charlo is cleaning his clock. Quincy Carter, my brother in the Super Chat. Blue, do you see Jermell collarbone and do you think it affected his performance? No, I didn't see it. Didn't see it, great brother. Enlighten me. Enlighten me. Quincy Carter, enlighten me, great brother, because I didn't see it. What was wrong with his collarbone? There was an issue with his collarbone? John Reptile Page, what's going on? James Silver, what's going on? Full of Hunger Boxing, my brother in the Super Chat. Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. You just hit on the head, Blue. Charlo never committed to trying to get him out because he knew he didn't know how much he would have left going into the championship rounds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Young Moses Entertainment, what's going on? It's easier to empty your tank when you're in the 11th and 12th round and you feeling the pressure that you could lose. Oh, you empty the tank because there is no tomorrow. Feed Me Beast, brother in the Super Chat. He said, I think Mel gets dubbed in rematch. Much love from Texas, Blue. Salute to Texas. Much love to you, great brother. I'm going to say I think that Jermell Charlo gets a knockout victory in the rematch. Fred Creech, what's going on? But again, I don't want to underestimate Westwood. What's going on? Brian Castano. He's better than what I thought. He's much better than what I thought. Saying Billy, what's going on? I Bing, what's going on? Anthony Carlisle, Teach, what's going on? Tim JJJ, what's going on? Black Key Joker, what's going on? Brian Castano is much better than what I thought. And I got to give that man some credit because I didn't give him any credit. I'm like, listen, Jermell, San Francisco City Slicker, what's going on? And I was partially right? Because I said Jermell going Daniel Moreno, what's going on? ISO Reaction, what's going on? I was partially right. Keon Carr, what's going on? Right? Because I said Jermell going to get him out of there in 5 rounds. Darlin James, what's going on? In 5 rounds, Jermell going to get him out of there. Gary Childress, what's going on? And second round, he almost proved me right? And I said that he's going to make a mistake and Jermell's going to capitalize on it. And he made a mistake in the second round. He made a mistake in the 10th round. And Jermell almost capitalized on it, right? What I didn't account for is Brian Castano's savviness. What I didn't, and the size disadvantage, I'm like, man, listen, you can't fight Jermell Charlo with such a size disadvantage. And maybe some people could say, hey, Blue, you overvalue Jermell Charlo. Prestige Construction, what's going on? Maybe people could say, hey, Blue, you overvalue Jermell Charlo and his jab and his technical abilities. Maybe that's the case. But I don't think so. I think in a rematch, now he knows what to expect. I think in a rematch, he'll use his jab more. And he'll be prepared for the aggressiveness of Sean Porter. And let me tell y'all something about Sean Porter after I read these super chats. And we got 830 people and 500 likes. Real McCoy, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. To follow up my comment, I mean, we have known drug cheats on the pound for pound list. We have disrespectful promoters and loyal fighters. Wow. This is a fact. Great brother. And Real McCoy. I'm not because I personally thought that Brian Castano won the fight 7 rounds to 5. I'm not opposed to a draw. But when Canelo Alvarez says that, so it's one thing for Terence Crawford to say he felt like they took it from Castano. Okay. But Canelo Alvarez, we know Henry Martinez, what's going on? Right? The worst kept secret in boxing, if you don't knock out Canelo, you ain't going to get a victory on the scorecards. And he says that Brian Castano won the fight and the judges took it from him? Are you kidding me, Canelo? Bro, you got a draw with Floyd Mayweather and you arguably lost every round. You got a victory like this with Lara. That it could have went either. It could have went in favor of Jermell, could have went a draw, could have went in favor of Brian Castano. Same situation you had with Canelo and Lara. Tony Montgomery, my brother in the super chat, he said, what do you think of Aleem and Vital fight? Hey, you know something? I missed that fight, Tony Montgomery. I completely missed that fight. Completely. I was doing a music video. And I completely missed that fight. I was doing a music video. It ran over the time that I expected, and I completely missed that fight. I missed the beginning of the fights. Completely. So I'm gonna go back and watch it. I just haven't had a chance. Quincy Carter, my brother, back in the super chat, he said, yeah, his collarbone was sticking out on the right side. A reporter brought it to my attention at the post fight. Oh, I gotta check that out. Big Money Walt Daddy Ice, he said, who beat Spence? Nobody beat Errol Spence. He's undefeated. Dimitri Armstrong, my brother in super chat, hey, big brother Blue, what's the link to the short 9 Wives film? Hey, Fred, if you're watching, great brother, if anybody has the link to Fred's movie 9 Wives, please somebody drop it in the chat for me because I don't have it. So if somebody has the link, if Fred, you watching, DB, you watching, anybody has the link, Melania, what's going on? Please, somebody drop it in the chat. Marky Dan 123, brother in the super chat. Tim Zoo tweeted like he wants Castano now. That's his WBO mandatory. Yeah, Tim Zoo need to sit down for a while. Charlo 23, what's going on? I saw that. TD LLC, what's going on? James Hill, what's going on? My brother, Renee Bosch Young in the building. Go subscribe to my brother, Renee Bosch Young. Renee dropped the link. Andre, what's going on? Marshall Jenkins, what's going on? Paul Sutherland, what's going on? Yeah, I saw Tim Zoo say that, man. Come on, man. I am Lori Babe. Peace, bless, Queen. How you doing today? Big brother in life, what's going on? Von Dollar, what's going on? Paul Ruffin, what's going on? RC Ray, what's going on? Yeah, I saw that he put that out there. Man, Tim Zoo gotta relax. We need to run this back. He gotta relax. Paul Carrick, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a girl on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute Blue and my LDBC family. Salute to my brother Paul Carrick. I appreciate you. Rafael Yuda Israel, what's going on, great brother? Yeah, Tim Zoo needs to relax, man. He got to relax. December Winter, what's going on? We need this run back. Terry Smoot Jr., what's going on? Lionel Garza, what's going on? KS, what's going on? Heavy Betters Entertainment, what's going on? Fannin Meredith, what's going on? Ricky Berner, what's going on? Yeah, Tim Zoo is not ready for that level. Tetris Jacobs, what's going on? And he need to relax. Texas Made the Realist, what's going on? RC Ray, what's going on? Who I got in the rematch, Jermell? By knockout. But I know. Classy Mac, what's going on? Y'all gonna say it? Well, you said that last time. I did. Michael Thomas said pay-per-view or Showtime? Pay-per-view. It's gonna be a pay-per-view now. D Burnett, what's going on? Boss Red 357, my brother. Paul Sutherland, what's going on? Trezen Jefferson, what's going on? Jameer Hall, what's going on? Nope. Deontay Mosey, what's going on? Gave it to you free already. Action-packed fight. Can't do it again. LS, a.k.a. Tag, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that. Go on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Lately, I've been seeing the Charlo brothers having holes in their game, like not having ability to adapt and the ability to stop head hunting. I agree. And I just told my brother Carolina Ryder this. I think it's inactivity. They hadn't fought since September of last year. Mama mentality, what's going on? September. That's a long time. Inactivity is starting to catch up to these fighters, I believe. Too much inactivity. You can't sit on the shelf and come back and fight at the high level and think you're going to be victorious. It don't work. Don't work that way. King Alley, 7 Marie, what's going on? We should have 1,000 likes. We don't even have 650. JDL's channel, brother in the super chat. Don't want to change the subject, but why isn't Crawford trying to get the fight with Ugas to secure the WBA belt? I think that Terence Crawford is trying to get this last fight out the way with Top Rank at ESPN. I'm just being honest. That's what I think he's doing. Maybe I'm hoping that's what he's doing. Tristan V, brother in the super chat. Salute Blue in the rematch. Mel knocks him out, in my opinion. Now that Mel knows he can hurt him, he's going to get the job done. That's how I feel. I feel the same way. Could be wrong, but I feel the same way, great brother. I am Lori Baby. Peace and blessings to the queen in the super chat. Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Hey, Blue in chat. I love the twins, but Mel Charlo lost that fight. And Canelo can't say nothing. He lost to Triple G and Lara. I got Spence winning over Pac-Man. Hashtag Philly joint. Hashtag my thoughts. And go support the queen. I am Lori Baby at I am Lori Baby on Twitter. That's at I am Lori Baby on Twitter. At I am Lori Baby on Instagram. Go support the queen, her movement, and her GoFundMe. Please, let's go support the queen. Let's support one another. Goldie the Mac, Henry Martinez, what's going on? Arise 12 Tribe, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Crawford hating on Charlo and dissing Castano from the sideline. He letting that false pound for pound list get to his head. No top 10 fighters, no top 10 fights. We don't even know who's he's fighting next, and he ducked Porter and Thurman. Hey, see, that's what happens, right? Arthur Bickle, 807B1. What's going on? When you're in these positions, again, I always say this, it's the boomerang effect. It's going to come back around to you. It's going to come back. You throw a boomerang, daytime, nighttime, evening, morning, it's going to come back. Right? And like Arise 12 Tribe said, Larry Janoski, what's going on? George Arizari, what's going on? Abraham Flores, what's going on? Now people are going to look at Terence Crawford, just like I said with Canelo Alvarez. They're going to say, bro, what about your fights? What about you? Jay Miles, brother in the super chat. I bet Canelo is looking at the Charlos as a free lunch at this point. I bet he is. He feel like he see an opening. I'm sure he do. I agree with you, Jay Miles. Sugar, fantastic. Brother in the super chat, coming through, studying up, showing that love every day as he always does. Much love to you, great brother. Tetris Jacob, brother in the super chat. So what will happen if Charlo loses? Will he go up to 157 or still campaign at 54? There's no 157, great brother. There's no 157. He will have to go to 60 or stay at 54. And if he loses, I think it'll be a third fight. As it should be. I think it should be a third fight either which way. I think it should be a third fight either which way. Darius Kessler. He can't fight going backwards. Yeah, it didn't look good. Valdecris, what's going on? Jerry Booker, my brother in the super chat, dropping that quarter of a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. Piggybacking off of AKA Tags there in the gym with the body snatcher, Spence, kill the body and head and the heart will. Yep, I agree. He usually does, though. It's just that Jerry Booker, I don't think he was comfortable reaching down to Castano's body because of the counters. Armani LaSalle, what's going on? I don't think he was comfortable going to the body because of the counterpunch ability of Brian Castano. Chantel Hill, what's going on? $800 people, and we still don't even have 700 likes. You ain't got no love for Blue Blood, huh? No love for Blue Blood. Quincy Carter, my brother in the super chat. I give Bud a pass right now because he cleaned out 140. His career don't start over because he moved up. Thoughts on that, Blue? He's been getting a pass because of that for a long time. Now we need to see him fight the best. He's been getting a pass for that for a long time, great brother. Now we need to see him fight the best. and validate everything everybody's thoughts on him and on. Kenny Lofton, what's going on? Because we can't continue to say, well, I'm going off of the eye test. We can't continue to do that. Now we need to see you in the best. Jermell Charlo, say what you want about this last fight. He's in there with the absolute best. Cinnamon Savage, what's going on? Henry Martinez, what's going on? Only 154-pounder he's yet to fight. Well, it's two. Hurd and Lara. I want to see Jermell Charlo and Erislandy Lara. And he would have completely cleaned out the division. Shabazz, the Black Manta, brother in the super chat, dropping that good on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, B1, my brother. What's going on with you, great brother? Jermell Charlo has cleaned out the division. Brian, New York. Soldier Boy 911, what's going on? All Around Strong, what's going on? Jose Villanueva, what's going on? He would have essentially cleaned out the division. And I think he would have beat Hurd as well. Hurd defense, you can't have the defensive lapses that Hurd has on defense with Jermell Charlo. Can't. Corey Little, my brother in the super chat. Hey, brother, much love, salute, supporting the dream. I appreciate you, great brother. Nitty G, my brother, what's going on? Texas Bulldog Boxing, what's going on? Soldier Boy 911. I'm making a Philly run this Saturday. Saturday morning, I'll be in Philly. Yeah, Kirk coming on today. St. Louis Mick. Canal Williams, what's going on? That's the plan, Lala D. That's the plan. Kellen 709, what's going on? K. Harris, salute to the Shy. PZ Pele, what's going on? My brother, Pool Counter Boxing. J. Miguel DeValley, what's going on? Dane Pierre, LA in the building. J. Miguel, what's going on? Junior Samuel, what's going on? D-Stacks TV, what's going on? AJ Lewis, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a good on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said Crawford just capping, his style is made for Charlo. He gets hit too much, Blue. Charlo would stop Crawford inside the 10 rounds, but all Crawford going to do is talk. He definitely not stepping in that ring. He need to make it happen. Sean Davis, salute to Inglewood. He need to make it happen. But after what I saw, Chevelle Solomon, what's going on? It's a 50-50 fight now. It's a 50-50 fight. Sick the grip. What's going on? I'm eager to see this rematch. This is going to tell us a lot about Jermell. Lamar Middlebrook, what's going on? Tito Rodriguez, what's going on? Chris B, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. RP Kirkland Lane. Shout out to Chris B for dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Much love to you, Chris B. Right? We should have 1K likes. Geo James, Khalil 98. What's going on? Chase here. Porter, what's going on? Why we don't have a K likes? Why? Geo James, Khalil 98. Marcus Lestrap, Zudi Hay. What's going on? Marlon Battisti, what's going on? Why? Christopher Johnson, Trigger Double X, what's going on? Jerry Booker, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another $250 on us in the super chat. I will wipe my feet going out the door, but the rest that didn't, give Bluebird that gloves and punch like the button. Don't cost you nothing to do it. Hashtag salute. I appreciate my brother Jerry Booker. Much love to you, great brother. Much love to you. Lawrence Harris, mean one, my brother in the super chat, dropping that good on us in the super chat. Mel is one of a few fighters who actually tried to be undisputed. Bud worried about making Bob mad and could have been out of his contract years ago. He resigned to keep talking instead of making a Spence fight. I can't debunk that. Real Gamer, Mr. Blue, what's going on? Saeed Gore, what's going on? Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment, what's going on? I can't debunk that. Lawrence Harris, mean one. Can't debunk that. You right. He should have never re-signed at all whatsoever. And he should have made this fight. Dion Folks, what's going on, great brother? Jose Villanueva, what's going on? I agree with you. Can't debunk that. Spike Lace, what's going on? See, the thing is, like I said, when you're in those positions and people questioning your moves, when you question everybody else's move, Hen Dog, what's going on? They're going to be like, well, wait a minute. What about yours? Nobody forgot about yours. Kenneth Forster, what's going on? Jermell Charlo fighting the absolute best that's offered. The absolute best 154 have to offer. Let me say this. Zach D, D Block Express, what's going on? Deontay Mosley, my brother, what's going on? Let me say this. We talking about Jermell Charlo and this fight. You know why? Because he fights the best. You know why we talking about Jermell Charlo and Tony Harrison? Because he fights the best. No excuses. None. The man has no excuses for fighting the absolute best there's to offer. Give me Hurd. Hurd lost. Give me J-Rock, who beat Hurd. J-Rock lost. Okay, give me the man to beat the man to beat the man. Jason Rosario. Then he knocked him out. He fought Erickson Lubin. He knocked him out. He fought Tony Harris in a rematch. He knocked him out. Jay Miles, brother in Super Chat. The chat tripping. Crawford will stop that version of Charlo early. I would love to see it. John Anderson, my brother in Super Chat. Why Terence Crawford always talk and say, I fight who they put in front of me instead of fighting better competition? I think it's all a cop-out. See? That's what I'm saying. Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reacher in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reacher. Lee Garrow Pasado Boxing. What's going on? I think you're right, Ligaro. He said, bro, Jermell might knock out Brian in the rematch. I think so. My brother, Box Conversation, Reggie Owens in the building. Go subscribe to my brother, Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. Reggie, drop the link. Crazy Queen, what's going on? Machiavelli Mafia, my brother in Super Chat. People like Rolly, but the boy was loading up, looking like Stephen A. with his punches. He is what is left of the tissue after the... Yeah, Brent Joseph, what's going on? I was watching Rolly. Elvis Henson, what's going on? And y'all know me, right? I give everybody credit for stepping through those ropes. It takes a special individual to step through those ropes. I kid you not. Sabonis 3000, what's going on? And I want to give Rolly credit for stepping through those ropes. Go subscribe to my brother, Jab Jamboree, my brother, Act Reacher. I'm not going to take that away from him. But if they put Rolly in the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't even think the boxing commission should sanction that. Rafael Murphy, what's going on? Lorenzo Chavez, what's going on? They shouldn't even sanction that. I'm all joking aside. I'm not even joking. Albert True, what's going on? All joking aside, I'm being straight up serious. He could get seriously hurt in there with Gervonta Tank Davis right now, man. Tanya in the Sky, peace of bless, Queen. How you doing today? Sabonis 3000, what's going on? He could get seriously hurt. Give 91, what's going on? Tyler Smith, what's going on? He said blue, but Rolly is bigger and stronger. Bro. No. And I'm not even joking, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Julian Lettuce Mom, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a girl on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Prediction, Yildirim will drop 21 pounds and be Crawford's next opponent in October. He better not. He better not. That better not. That better not, bro. Better not. Yeah, no. Rolly, no. Look at my brother Emmanuel H, man. We're going to be having our basketball channel. That's why I got to give you my number. We got to square some things away. Salute to my brother Emmanuel H in the Super Chat. Dropping a hundo and a quarter of a hundo on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, salute Blue Kings and Queens in the chat. Fighters at the top of the totem pole can fight anyone. All they have to do is call for the fight or campaign for it. There's many different ways to do it. But some of these fighters just want to talk the talk. Hashtag no real action. You forgot to put hashtag for us. Salute to my brother Emmanuel H, man. You 1,000% correct. 1,000%. Once you get to a certain level, you can't tell me you can't make these fights happen. You can't tell me that. Lawrence Harris, mean one, my brother in the Super Chat. He said, Rolly looked like he's been boxing for 2 years, Blue. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So they cannot make this fight with Rolly and Gervonta Tank Davis. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I'm not kidding. Machiavelli Mafia, my brother in Super Chat. People like Rolly, but the boy was loading up. Oh, I read that one. Yeah, no, don't put that man in there. Elijah One Man, my brother in Super Chat. Who you got? Emmanuel Navarrete, Gary Russell, and Katie Taylor versus Serrano. I got Gary Russell, and I have Amanda Serrano. And I want to see both those fights. But I got Amanda Serrano. They both 50-50 fights. But I got Gary Russell and I got Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano is underrated, in my opinion. I love Amanda Serrano. I love what she brings to the table. I think she's underrated. I truly do. I think she's underrated. She don't get enough credit, man. And she's a two-sport star. On top of it, she's been in the MMA for quite some time. Dog Money, my brother in the super chat. Derek was frustrated. He needed EJ in there. Yeah, he was getting frustrated, man, because he's giving them. Oh, hold on. We should be at 1.1K and we at 850? No. Get the likes up to 1K. We should be at 1.1K. We at the hour mark and we still haven't hit a K likes. Smash the like button. Don't moonlight, participate. Yeah, he was giving Jermell tons and tons of instructions and directions, and he just wasn't following through with it. Just wasn't doing it. He just wasn't. AJ Lewis, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Bud better worry about my boy Spence. If he beats Pac-Man, he is going to be on the radar next. Take that 60-40 split and get his first L. But I got to give him credit. He smashed every cab driver thing. You ain't right for that, bro. You ain't right. Keep him up, champ. Keep him up. Straight Gate Trey, my brother in the super chat. I wish I could send the chat screenshot of my text messages to my bros. I told them right after Rolly called out Tank. Wish. That's a fact. Nah, man. They can't make that fight, bro. They can't make that fight. Don't make that fight, man. Straight Gate Trey. I'm telling you, you're right. Don't make that fight. PGH Big Dog, what's going on? Quincy Carter, my brother in the super chat. Do you see Errol versus Bud happening? Who you got? I got Errol Spence winning that fight. And I do see it happening. Next. No. Next year. Lay low 209. What's going on? I have Errol Spence beating Manny Pacquiao. Then your Dana Suga is going to fight a light touch on the undercard. Errol Spence is going to fight your Dana Suga in, I believe, December. November, December. And then he'll fight Terence Crawford in maybe April, maybe June, around that time in the Undisputed. Matt 7, what's going on? James Goldberg, what's going on? Maybe around June of next year, we'll get Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Errol Spence is going to beat Manny Pacquiao. This is just me, my opinion. He's going to beat Manny Pacquiao. Your Dana Sugas is going to be in a fight where he's favored to win. He'll win the fight. Co-main event. And then we'll get Errol Spence, then Ugas and Errol Spence fight. And I believe Errol Spence will beat Ugas. He'll pick up that WBA strap. And then he'll fight Terence Crawford for Undisputed next year. My prediction on Fox PBC. Mark Dan 123, my brother in the super chat. They were never going to let him walk out of there undisputed. Yeah. 117, 111, Judge wrote his score before the fight. I'm rooting for Castano in the rematch. Yeah. 117, 111. He didn't even watch the fight. He didn't even watch the fight. As long as Jermell didn't get knocked out, he didn't even watch the fight. None at all. Real Talk Podcast, my brother. Real Talk Podcast live in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Rolly should be fighting MMA because he not no boxer. Charlo must stop letting people off the hook. He did not want it bad enough. He should have been undisputed. And I'm gonna say this. I think we underestimated Brian Castano. That's what I think. I think we may have underestimated Brian Castano and his ability to nullify some of the things that Jermell Charlo has done. Hold on. I got to make sure I get this right. Salute to my brother, Teferi Seleshi in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Oscar Valdez does not get enough credit. He has knockout power and his chin has been tested. Not saying he would beat Tank, but he deserves a big fight. He had a big fight. He's getting big fights. He just fought Miguel Burchell in a huge fight. He gets big fights. It's Shakur Stevenson that haven't gotten the big fights. Oscar Valdez gets credit for his fights. And he's a good fighter. He gets credit. A lot. How come we don't have 1.1 likes? What are we waiting for? Salute to my brother Emmanuel H. Back in the super chat, dropping another hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, "Oh, my fault, Blue in chat. I forgot our motto. Hashtag for us. But side note, big fish hunt other big fish. They don't care for small goldfish. Just saying, alphas only worry about other alphas. We the fans want to see the nest. We want to see the best fight the best. Period. Hashtag for us. Hashtag big fish." Yep. I agree 1,000%. Everybody capping TV. What's going on? I agree 1,000%, great brother. We want to see the best fight the best. We get ready to find out. GB Lifetime Videos. What's going on? We get ready to find out. Come October, we get ready to get some answers. Ryan Nobly Barfield, my brother in the super chat. What's good, Blue? I paid my money to come see Wilder destroy Fury. I didn't cancel my trip. Forget that. LOL. Hashtag Philadelphia in the building. I'll be in Philly this weekend. Elijah One Man, my brother, back in the super chat once again. He said, dream matchup, Frank Martin versus Devin Haney and David Morrell Jr. versus Billy Joe Saunders. This phone didn't ring all day. All day that phone didn't ring. Frank Martin versus Devin Haney. I got Devin Haney. I love Devin Haney, man. I'm a huge fan of Devin Haney. And Billy Joe Saunders might have too much experience from Morrell Jr. right now. He may have too much experience for him right now. Billy Joe Saunders has skills, man. 9K, what's going on? We can't underestimate Billy Joe Saunders, man. We can't do that. Slime Glizzy, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a on your boy Blue in the super chat. How do you feel a matchup between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis will play out? I think there's three people that could beat Gervonta Tank Davis, great brother. Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Gervonta Tank Davis. I think Shakur Stevenson has the necessary skills. He's slick on defense. He judges range very well, controls the fight. Quick 50, what's going on? And I think Shakur Stevenson can beat Gervonta Tank Davis. 50-50 fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Gervonta Tank Davis won the fight at all. I just think that Shakur Stevenson can nullify Gervonta Tank Davis with his defense. And he's a southpaw as well. So he'll take away the southpaw advantage for Gervonta Tank Davis. But if Gervonta Tank Davis wins, I'm not going to be surprised. Because he's more explosive than Shakur Stevenson. He's stronger than Shakur Stevenson right now. He's older than Shakur Stevenson. So 50-50 fight, I would say Shakur Stevenson. Not right now, later on. But even right now, I think Shakur will give him a lot of problems, man. He can frustrate him with his slickness, his jab, and his defense. But they're getting ready to tell you, Slime Dizzy, Macados and South, Blu-ray Fitness. Hey, Blu-ray, I meant to call you back, great brother. I apologize, man. Unbelievable. Salute to my brother Blu-ray Show. Go subscribe to my brother Blu-ray. Blu-ray, drop the link to everything you got in the chat. Man, I meant to call you back, bro. My apologies, great brother. Unbelievable. Mary Jose Campos, what's going on, Mary? How you doing? Peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you doing today? I kept saying, let me call Blu-ray, and never did. My fault, great brother. GT Entertainment, what's going on? Unbelievable. AJ Lewis, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a go on your boy Blue in Super Chat. Say, Blue, when you think they're gonna let that boy Boots off the chain, man? I think soon as Spence go to 154, Boots gonna watch 147 and meet Spence at 54. I agree. I have the same AJ Lewis. I believe that's gonna be the same thing. The biggest fight at 154 is gonna be Jermell Ennis and Errol Spence. And I think he's going to clean out 47. And I think Errol's going to beat Terence Crawford. And there's nobody else standing in the way of Boots at 147. So I think you're right. And I say the same thing. Allison Randolph in the super chat said Castano unexpectedly performance impressed everyone, which made it feel like he won, but they both won 6 rounds each. I had it 7 rounds to 5 for Castano. Jay Lynn, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? I had 7 rounds to 5 for Castano. More effective aggression. Quick 50 said, you just said Spence beats Crawford. You high. Hey, great brother, let me ask you this question. If Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, Onion 77, what's going on? If Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford is the biggest fight in boxing, then how could I be high if I say Errol Spence can win the fight? The reason that makes it T-Town Cruz, what's going on? Jaden Sakai, what's going on? Tariq Reed, what's going on? The reason I say that Errol Spence, first of all, the reason the fight is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing is because they're both at the height of their game. And that means you got the two absolute best fighting off against each other. So if you have the two absolute best fighting off against each other, why am I far-fetched to say Errol Spence wins the fight? Chen Smoke, what's going on? How am I far off? Darryl Hickenbottom, what's going on? I'm not far off. It's one thing for you to say, oh, man, I think Crawford going to win. Cool. It's a 50-50 fight. The reason everybody want to see it is because it's the two biggest names, arguably the two biggest fighters, the best fighters in the sport of boxing. So how could I be off by saying that that Errol Spence, I think Errol Spence is going to win the fight. He's been fighting a better opposition. Iron sharpens iron. He's been fighting a better opposition, right? He's been more active. He's younger. So how am I off? Clark Boxing, what's going on? Tim Johnson, what's going on? Clark Boxing says, stop it. Stop it, bro. Stop what? Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence is not the biggest fight in boxing? Real Talk Podcast, my brother. Real Talk Podcast live in the super chat. Jerron Ennis should fight Ugas. He is ready for sure. What do you think? I think he is ready. I think he'll beat Ugas easy. He's more than ready for Yordenis Ugas. And they know that. That's why they won't make the fight. That's why they won't make the fight. Gregory Santos said, I'm biased. What am I biased about? Now, Gregory Santos, you want to ride this train today? You said I'm biased. What am I biased about? Am I a fan of Errol Spence? Yes. Okay, Gregory Santos. You said, let's go. Cool. Just me and you on this train. It's express. Nobody else getting on but me and you. So now, you know you done messed up, right? Come on, son. What's going on? It's just me and you on this train, and it's express. So nobody else is getting on now. We're not making no other stops. So then you said I'm biased. Now tell these people, there's 1,000 people we got here. Why am I biased? Go ahead. Let's just start right there. Let's start with that. Lawrence Harris, meanwhile, my brother in Super Chat. He said, I feel like Mel let Castano steal rounds in the last minute of those rounds. I agree. Humble Wisdom, what's going on? Make Bay, what's going on? Go ahead. Come on. Kylie Buckner, what's going on? Barry Dorsey, what's going on? So let's just get this out the way. I'm an Errol Spence fan. We know that already. All right, so where you go? Come on. Now you disappeared. Come on, brother. Come on. We got things to do. The historian get ready to come on. He don't got time for this. So you got about 5 to 10 minutes, great brother. And how come we don't have 1.1K likes? Get the likes to 1.1K. Texas Bulldog Boxing, my brother in the Super Chat. Spence has more belts and fight better ops. Reality. That's a fact. Bishop, my brother in the Super Chat. What's going on with you, Bishop? Bishop said Jermell got the call from the high ups because that wasn't Charlo at all. They ain't want Bull to be undisputed. No jab, uppercut, etc. Politics. Yeah, I was missing that jab and uppercut as well. I'm like, man, where's the uppercut and jab, man? My prediction went right out the window. Where'd this good brother go, though? Where'd he go? Quick 50 said big Errol Spence fan. And you a big Terence Crawford fan. I'm a fan of Terence Crawford. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing first. As you should be. And let's just say this, right? I see people like Quick 50. You're a big, huge Errol Spence fan. Okay, I'm a big, huge Errol Spence fan. Still, what am I saying that's not true? Go ahead. Go ahead. Texas Bulldog Boxing, my brother in Super Chat once again. I'll enjoy Manny versus Spence while y'all enjoy Zepeda. Yep. Keith Morcell, brother in Super Chat, he says, smash the like button. Yeah, we should be at 1.1K. Where'd the brother go? Spence got no power. I don't care. He has no losses. Next. Paulie Malignaggi, Timothy Bradley have no power and they multi-division world champions. What's your point? Henry Martinez, what's going on? Dub Zone, what's going on? So what does that mean? Errol Spence clearly has power. He has 21 knockouts. He has more knockouts than Tyson Fury. He's 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach and 147 pounds, and he has more knockouts than a heavyweight that's arguably the biggest heavyweight, top 5 biggest heavyweights in the history of the sport of boxing, that's 6'9" and 270 pounds. But he don't have no power. Card Girl 413, Peace of Blessings, Queen. How you doing today? But he ain't got no power. Chef B, what's going on? Right. Music of Troy, what's going on? You saying Spence being Crawford, that's not going to happen. How you know what's going to happen? How you know what's going to happen? John Merriweather, what's going on? How you know what's going to happen? You don't know what's going to happen, just like I don't know what's going to happen. They don't even know what's going to happen. You don't know like I don't know. Nobody knows until they actually get in the ring and a fight happens. Brian Payne, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that. Good on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. We love you, Blue. Are you going to the Spence Pack fight? Will you be in the building? Oh, for sure. And I'm going to have on man down stuff. That's what I'm going to wear. As a matter of fact, as soon as he drop his merch, I'm going to get it. Now, Legendary God, what's going on? I already reached out to ask him when he's dropping it. I already reached out. Quick 50, make it light on yourself. Inbox me on Instagram, Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Talking about better 100. Man, come on, man. Make it light on yourself. Make it light on yourself, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And where'd the other brother go? Did all that talking. Where he go? Where he go? Now I've been parked in the station for 15 minutes. I told him, just like the brother, I just looked at my wrist. I got time today. I've been parked in this station for 15 minutes. Where you go, bro? Gregory Santos, go ahead. Let's talk about it. Before the OG, the historian, my brother, come on here. Let's talk about it real quick. Gregory Santos, you said I'm biased. What am I biased about? Go ahead. Mow your sauce. What's going on? Let's say I'm the most biased Errol Spence fan you ever seen. Tell me something I said wasn't true. LV Slugger, my brother in the super chat. He said 154, Jermell will have KO Castano. He attacks the body. I think he was hesitant to go reach down low because of the counter punchability of Brian Castano. But Santos, now you said I'm the biggest Donald now 6060 OG Grant, triple OG in the building. What's going on with your triple OG? Janine Marie, peace bless, Queen. How you doing today? Go ahead. You said I'm biased. Now let's say I'm the biggest Errol Spence fan you ever seen. I'm gonna carry his belts out to the ring. Now tell me what you saw that I said that wasn't true. Go ahead. And hurry up, the historian is waiting. I don't like to keep the historian waiting. Come on, great brother, tell me. We got to move faster. Solo Productions, my brother in the super chat. Spence no power. Knock down Sean Porter isn't easy. I'm just saying. That's a fact. That's a fact. Come on. Darnell Schaefer, what's going on? And don't time out nobody, don't block nobody, don't do none of that. Please, my people. Come on, great brother. You got my nerves going. I'm eating these peanuts like they're going out of style. Come on. John Perkins, what's going on? Get the likes of 1.1K. St. Louis Mick, my brother, what's going on? Musical Troy, what's going on? Come on, great brother. Yeah, Henry Martinez. I'm eating these cashews, man. Toasted coconut cashews. My wife got me. I don't even like coconut. She got me to eat coconut. She was going to stop at nothing because my wife loves coconut. And I've never liked coconut. I've never have. And she was going to stop at nothing to get me to eat coconut. And she finally did. All these years, she finally did. She got some toasted coconut cashews. I never seen it, never tasted it before in my life. And now I can't stop eating them. Isn't she something? Isn't she lovely? She was going to stop at nothing to get me to eat some coconut. The brother said, facts. Spence a dog. No, that's the wrong one. Eugene Gibson, what's going on, great brother? Errol Spence last 10 fights can never compare to Pacquiao's last 10. Now the brother, listen. No. See, this is what we're not going to do. This is what we're not going to do. This is what we're not going to do. Now you just switched it from us talking about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence to Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. I'm done. No. Done. I'm done with that. Soldier Boy 911, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. I get that you should be confident in yourself and your skills, but Rolly needs to stop with that KO Tank stuff in there punching like ball Ball from Punch Out. Tell Howard Hewitt Jr. to sit down. Hashtag Boots. Hey, man. They need not sanction that fight. Jeremy 2684, what's going on? Hard Body J Timo, my brother in Super Chat. Crawford fanboys equal Trump fanboys, same DNA. oh man, y'all be. Oh man, Robert Drummond, what's going on? Quincy Carter, my brother in Super Chat. Love Errol, but he should have stopped Mikey Garcia. Why? Elliot Burgess, what's going on? Why? Gold Rush, what's going on? Antoine Reed, what's going on? Why should he have stopped Mikey Garcia? Who stopped Mikey Garcia? Show me who stopped Mikey Garcia. Who stopped Mikey Garcia? You ever seen Mikey Garcia stopped? Switch! You ever seen Mikey Garcia stop? Jaden Sakai, what's going on? Why should he have stopped Mikey Garcia? Why? Why? And make it a lesser win because he didn't stop him? Why? Deontay Wilder didn't knock out Bermain Stavern in the first fight. Who hits harder than Deontay Wilder? Nobody. He didn't knock out Bermain Stavern in the first fight. Why must you get a knockout? Allison Randolph, brother in Super Chat, much love to you. You Master Allah, what's going on? Why do you have to get a knockout? He won the fight almost every single round. That's not impressive. Quincy Carter, my brother in Super Chat. Errol was twice his size, Blue. Man down, remember? What? No, he wasn't twice his size. He's bigger than him, but he wasn't twice his size. And why does size matter? When Mike Tyson was knocking everybody out, Deontay Wilder knocks out everybody that outweighs him by 40 pounds. Right? So size don't matter. Mike Tyson, 5'11", knocking everybody out. Always the shortest man in the ring. Him and Joe Frazier. So what does that mean? They should have been knocked out every time they got in the ring. Because if we go on based off of size and we're just going to disqualify skill, dismiss skill set, well then Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier, and Deontay Wilder should be knocked out every time they step in the ring because they give up size advantages every time they step in the ring. Bishop, my brother in Super Chat. Blue, you missed my last Super Chat. Don't know what happened, but I wanted that chump to answer that question about. Hey, man, he switched it up on us, Bishop. He said, well, you know, Pacquiao's last 10 fights. Huh? When was we talking about Pac-Man? Did the old switcheroo on me? Well, see, you're talking about Pacquiao's legacy. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Hard Body, J Timo, my brother, back in the Super Chat. They always bring up Mikey when Spence clearly was proving the critics and Mikey that he's the better boxer. This is a fact. But even if he wasn't, what difference does it make? He won the fight. Easy. He easily won the fight. So what difference does it make? What difference does it make? Clearly won the fight. Yeah, well, he didn't get a knockout. All right. Alan Cummins, what's going on? Elliot Burgess, my brother in Super Chat. Blue, first they said the only way that Errol Spence could win against Mikey Garcia was by KO. So EJ proved them super wrong, and now they're saying, well, he should have knocked him out. Yeah, that's what they're doing. It's called moving the goalpost. You got a kicker at the game, end of the game. He's looking to win the game on the last second kick, 50-yard kick, and you move the goalpost. The wind is blowing. Amazing, man. Adrian Lazaro, what's going on, great brother in the super chat, bro? Spence, Crash, Mikey, what these people talking about? I don't know what they talking about either. You know, the wind is whistling. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Jim Patterson, what's going on? Oh, man, let me put this computer in. Let's get ready. Design on us. Oh, peopleizations. Bobo, what's going on? Yeah, Car Girl 8413. Try to find Veggie Castle. Google Veggie Castle, not White Castle, Veggie Castle. Say you in the Bronx, Car Girl. Google Veggie Castle. Good vegan spot. Major, brother in the super chat. Salute. Why did Jermell hire Juan Guzman? No KO. I don't know why he did that either. Barry Dorsey, what's going on? I had no clue why that took place. Why was that? I don't know. I don't know why you fix stuff when it's not broken. And he was overly joyed about bringing in Juan Guzman. He was very excited about that. I don't know. Bo One, brother in the super chat. Once again, you gotta be a fan of the sport first. Then comes the boxers. If not, you can tell when you open that trap. Hashtag decaf. Yep, it's a fact. I get them every time. Every time. I get them every time. Saeed Gore, brother in the super chat. Blue, how many fighters can come back from a horrific car crash and win a fight? No one thought he was coming back. Right. Didn't even think he was coming back to the sport. And then they was telling Errol to take a tune-up. Remember that? Yes, that gets dismissed as well. Bishop, my brother in the super chat, once again, Blue, they be low-key mad at you and salty, but can't help themselves from tuning in. Yeah, not even low-key. I already know they're salty from the beginning. They're not even low-key. Not even low-key. That's why I make sure I keep the track open, and make sure it's an express. That's why. Quincy Carter, my brother in the super chat. Mikey came to two weight classes and faced the boogeyman, best man in the division, and won 12 rounds. No, he came up one weight class, Quincy Carter. I'm glad you tried that. That was a good try though. But he came up one class because 3 out of his last 5 fights before he went to 47 was at 140, and he even won a belt at 140. So he went up one weight class. Good try though. But even that, Roberto Duran jumped up 2 weight classes and beat the best welterweight in the world, Sugar Ray Leonard. But nonetheless, that was a good try though. But he went up one weight class. Good try though. Leo Smoke, Vin Smoke, brother in the super chat. My guy pulled a Tyson Fury on Blue. Talked all that talk and pulled out the last minute. Yeah, he switched it up, talking about Pacquiao's legacy. Oh man, come on, man. Now we talking about Pacquiao's legacy. Now we talking about Pacquiao's legacy. We was talking about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Then he switched it on me and said, "Well, no, Pacquiao's legacy." Oh, now you want to compare Pacquiao's legacy to Errol Spence? Good try. We got my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
Blue, what's going on with you, my brother? What's up, chat? How's everybody doing on this Monday evening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Kurt, man. Slime Glizzy, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a girl on us in the super chat. Bud fighting BC class fighters will only hurt him when it comes time to fight Spence. Bud should have fought Sean Porter and ran from that fight. Yeah, he should have fought Sean. He should be fighting Sean Porter. I agree with that, man. I agree with that. Now, Kurt, we had a huge fight this weekend. Huge fight. They've been waiting to hear from us about this fight. Just right off, what you got right off top about the fight?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I know about Castano. He made it surprise people. I heard you say you might have underestimated him. Castano, when I talk about where a fighter's from and culture, I think a lot of people didn't know what I meant. When you tell me a fighter's from a certain place, right off the bat, I could tell how he's going to fight. Brian Castano comes from he's from Argentina. They produce real tough fighters. Most of the fighters are brawlers and pressure fighters. Now I'm gonna connect the dots to a lot of things in this fight. They had boxers like Carlos Monzon, their best fighter ever. They had another fighter, Pascual Perez. They were boxers. But fighters like Jorge Castro were strong like a tank, and Julio Cesar Vasquez. Now, let me tell you about him. Vasquez was even stronger than Castano. He knocked Winky Wright down 5 times and beat the brakes off Winky when Winky was up and coming fighter. He was 51-1 in his prime, and he was the junior middleweight WBA junior middleweight champion. Then you had Lucas Matisse. Now we all know about him, what he did to Lamont Peterson. Then you had Marcos Madonna, how tough he was, what he did to Adrian Broner. And now that brings us to Brian Castano. Brian Castano is limited, but he's good at what he do. Charlo has a lot of holes in his game. He can't fight on the inside, which is shocking. His feet ain't that good. All he had to do is stay in the middle of the ring and pop the jab. That's how you beat pressure fighters. Once a pressure fighter get close to you, you grab him, you clinch him, and you walk him back, then you push him off because he has to reset. He has to reset. And then when you do it for 6 or 7 rounds, then he's going to start to get frustrated. When the fight, there was 2 patterns of the fight. When Jermell was against the ropes, it was all Castano. It takes a special fighter to fight effectively against the ropes. Roberto Benitez, Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, James Toney. They can do it. They feel comfortable. Mel was very uncomfortable. He got Mel out of his comfort zone. And that was very important. Mel didn't listen to his trainer. It wasn't a good performance. It really wasn't. Castano is good at pressure. And he's not a hard puncher, but he's a strong guy overall, his strength. Typical Argentina fighter. I mean that respectfully because I respect they fighters. They're tough. If you don't put hurt on them, then the rematch, if they fight a rematch, it's going to go the same way. You have to make adjustments. But any pressure fighter, Mike Tyson, go look at Mike Tyson, Holyfield, go look at Ali and Foreman, go look at Shane Mosley, Margarito, Leonard and Hagler. I named these fights because they're receipts. All the fighters that I named that lost are pressure fighters. Ali clinched Foreman and put his forearm around Foreman's neck, held Foreman's head down and walked him around because Foreman was only going 2 or 3 rounds. Marvin Hagler came out Leonard. Leonard clinched like 28 times. It broke Hagler's momentum. Same with Mosley and Margarito. Look at that fight. Mosley roughed him up. Mosley held him, started walking him around the ring, then pushed him off. See, Cotto, when he fought Margarito, well, we know about the hand wraps. Cotto wasn't boxing. It looked like he was boxing, but he was retreating. It's a difference. He fought Margarito the second time like Mosley fought Margarito because you give a pressure fighter momentum when he comes forward. And Castano, he relies on that. He relies on it. The whole tenor, meaning the pattern of the fight change when he was in the middle of the ring. And KQKC said something that nobody picked up on. He said, when I went back to look at the fight, I noticed one thing, and I'm listening, and he said Castano wasn't throwing no punches in the middle of the ring when he was, and he's right. And I said, KQ, you're so right. The most important thing about a fight is the tenor and the pattern.
And you know something, Kurt? Floyd Mayweather fought like Jermell Charlo fought the first fight with Madonna. He wasn't clinching him. He was just letting himself back himself up into the ropes and letting Madonna tee off on him. The second fight, he made the adjustment. So, but go ahead, Kurt.
Yeah, and remember in the press conference before the first fight, he said this was going to be a different type of fight. That shows you how tough he was because that's what he said. He could fight against the ropes. Madonna is real strong, and he made the adjustment the second fight. And I want people to look at Juan Domingo Roldan, another tough Argentinian fighter. Man, Blue, he was strong, had the same build as Castano. He was a 160-pounder. He fought, Marvin Hagler had a hard time with him. In the first round, he cuffed Marvin behind the head, and they called it a knockdown. And Marvin got up, but it was a grueling fight because Marvin was right in his face, but Marvin it has the chin to withstand punishment. And Marvin thumbed him and knocked him out in the 10th round. Roldan fought Tommy Hearns, and hurt Hearns real bad. When he had Hearns against the ropes, it looked just like Castano and Charlo. Hearns knocked Roldan out when he had him in the middle of the of the ring. He knocked him out to become boxing's first 4-time world champion, 4-weight division champion. When you fight a guy like that, pressure fighter, no matter where he's from, you box them, you throw the jab, you don't never go to the body because Castano is short and he get countered. I'm surprised that Charlo's defense is not as good as it should be. I'm surprised his footwork is not as good and nimble. You would think a guy like that would be nimble, but they're not. Both of the brothers, they get hit real easy. Look at their fights. Look at Maul fight against Derevchenko and Montiel. Jermell fight against Tony Harrison. Both of them. And this fight. So they have holes. But that's how you beat a pressure fighter. And lastly, boxing is strange because you know what fight can be like Castano and Charlo? September 11th, Cool Boy Steph and Brandon Figueroa can look a lot like Charlo and Castano. If Cool Boy Steph fight Brandon Figueroa like he did, what's his name? The last fight, Leo. He's going to lose because that pressure fighters are limited, but if you oblige them, you put them in their comfort zone. That's what they excel at. Brandon Figueroa is even a better pressure fighter than Castano. He's not getting the credit. He's stretching people. He beat a very good Louis Nery. Nery tried to brawl with Figueroa. When he found out he wasn't that strong, he tried to box, but it was too late. The punishment was already there, and he knocked Nery out with a body shot. Cool Boy Steph better not fight Brandon Figueroa like he fought Angelo Leo, or he's getting knocked out. And Boozy is a very good trainer. He has to box Brandon Figueroa. And I'm saying, you know what, Kurt? This could look a lot like Castano and Charlo. But Charlo, I don't know. It could be an activity. It could be a matter of styles. If they fight a rematch and it goes just like it went the first one, then it's a matter of styles. And that's why we call boxing a science, because you get two guys and they could fight 10 times and they'll look the same. It could be a Vernon Forrest, Shane Mosley type of thing, where Shane couldn't overcome Vernon Forrest's style. So, but Charlo, he did so many things wrong on so many levels, Blue.
Mm-hmm. AJ Lewis, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. What's up, Kurt? The best duo in the building today. And who wins this tournament? Tank, Haney, T.O. Ryan, and let's include Russell, Shakur, and Colbert, since they said they'll go to 135. Hashtag wrench me up. Oh, AJ Lewis, I thought you was already win some. I think Devin Haney wins the tournament. What's your thoughts on that, Kurt?
Ooh, that's difficult because they all could beat each other. I give a slight edge to Haney because of the athleticism, but it's 50. Well, except Ryan Garcia because he's impersonating a fighter. It's Tank having a fight like he did show me a lot. I think he's going to go to another level. Haney, speed, man. You got Shakur, even though he won on 130, but I give Haney a slight edge. But like I said before, with all those young guys, is who hit the learning curve first, meaning who learns the fastest.
Mm-hmm. I agree, and the thing is that I say Devin Haney, for one, his versatility, and for two, he's only 22. Tank is going on 27. So, AJ Lewis, man, you got to comment in the comment section so I could wrench you up, great brother. Because I can't reach it this way. So, his ceiling is much higher, and he's only going to get better as time goes on. At 22, Shakur is 23, 24. Tank is 26, going 27. He's only 22. So, look what he's doing now. Imagine when in 2 years, who he'll be when he's Shakur age, or in 4 years when he's Tank's age.
It's so much go into a fighter because you can have skills, but regress. You regress by not learning, or you could just keep getting better in every fight, and then it becomes skills plus intangibles. The small things. You're always in shape. You never get cut. You don't put yourself in a bad position. Your baby mama's not fighting each other. All that matters. All that matters in a fighter's life. A fighter's life is a lonely one. You have to. Boxing is a sport where you have to dedicate yourself, and you should always go into a fight saying it's going to be a tough 12-round fight because mentally now you're psyching yourself out for a long war. You don't never go into a fight. Some fighters be like, it's only going 2 rounds. I would never underestimate a fighter. Did Charlo underestimate Castano? Some people say yeah. Some people say yeah. So I don't know. Castano is limited, but what he does, he's very good at what he does, and that's pressure. And he has a very sneaky right hand that was hitting Charlo. And I'm like, Charlo defense is not like almost non-existent, and he can't fight on the inside. If you can't fight on the inside, you should not be languishing on the ropes.
Yeah, that was surprising to me, Kurt. Bo One, brother in the super chat. Would you say Castano confused Mel somewhat, Kurt? And we got, yeah. So
I'll say, go ahead, Blue.
No, go ahead, Kurt.
I'll just say he got him out of his comfort zone. Sugar Ray Leonard says certain nights you can train like the Dickens. You can have an 8 to 10 week great training camp. And before the fight, he look at himself in the mirror and say, I don't have it tonight. And there might be a question like that. It's weird how that happened. Or you meet a guy who's just very difficult to deal with. Bernard Hopkins had a difficult time with Antoine Echols. Antoine Echols was a contender. He was strong. He was awkward. He could punch. He was tough. Hopkins fought him 3 times and gave Hopkins problems all 3 times. Another fight he fought 3 times was Robert Allen. Same thing. So you get these guys that ain't gonna go nowhere. What I was shocked too, Blue in chat, is that when Jermell hurt Castano, he was wild like an amateur. I was shocked, and I was like, "Where's the party? Why you wild swinging and his balance. I was like, you should probably take your time because Castano was a lot more hurt than he thought, and he couldn't see it. Even when he got hit by that left hook, a minute later, his legs was like a little stiff, and I'm like, he's still hurt. But Mel didn't pick up on it, and he let a grand opportunity pass.
LV Slugger, brother in the super chat. He said, Kurt, do you think 154-pound Maul, Big Charlo, would have stopped Castano because he is good at going to the body and good in exchanges? They fight different. Well, Jermell didn't show that he was good in exchanges with Montiel, and it's hard to go to the body of Castano when he's so short in stature. He's so short in stature, and he has good timing in his aggression and his counter punches. It's hard to go to the body when you're dealing with a guy like that. It's not easy.
Yeah, that's right. I agree wholeheartedly. I don't like fighters. I used to train fighters, and I never told when you fight a short, stocky guy like a Tank Davis or Canelo, I would never go to their body, especially if they good counter punchers. Tall, skinny guys or tall guys or guys the same size, yeah, but scientifically it's better. But short fighters, no, I would not go to the body. Uppercut is the punch. He didn't throw the uppercut. The jab is the most effective punch.
Mm-hmm. And in the chat, I don't mind y'all debating with the queens in the chat, but if you get to the point of disrespecting the queens in the chat, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you. I don't mind you debating or going back and forth with them or whatever. But if you get to the point where you disrespect any of the queens in the chat, I'm going to block you. That's just fair warning. I'm just letting you know now. So if you're debating with them and you're going back and forth, you bring anything else into it, I'm going to block you. I'm just letting you know that now. Sorry about that, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
David, the real time is my brother. What's going on? Go ahead, Kurt. Sorry about that.
No, but like I said, I wouldn't advise Charlo to go to the Castano's body. He has to use the jab and keep Castano in the middle of the ring. Okay, you want to language on the ropes, which you shouldn't, but if in case you do, he gets close, you tie him up and you walk him back, push him off so he can start all over again.
Mm-hmm. And Kurt, another thing is his uppercut was null and void, Kurt.
Yeah, it wasn't a good performance by Charlo, man. I don't know what they're doing over there, but I just look at both of them, and it's eerily similar. They fight different, but the stuff that go on with them, man, is eerily similar, man. And I can see both of them losing. This is what happens when I don't know. They have a lot of people around. They live that hip hop lifestyle, and it could be anything. It could be activity. They should be better than they are. They should be better because I see the talent. I see the talent in them, but like I said, when you don't improve, that's just the same as regression. That's a boxer's life.
Now, do you think it's Wayhap 31? What's going on? Box fans, what's going on? Chilltown Major, my brother, what's going on? D Mitchell, push up, push us, what's going on? Hey, do you think that? Because I'm starting to think, man, they haven't fought since September. You think the activity is starting to the lack of activity is catching up to them?
That could be a factor. I thought about that. That could be a factor. It definitely ain't helping. If it ain't helping as a fighter, then it's hurting. So, Mel's been fighting stiff competition, but I feel he could do better. I feel he could do better, him and his brother, because I see the talent, but it's not being utilized, maybe because of inactivity or how they live. They're in shape. That's one tangible they have, but it takes a lot more than that. It seems like it's mental with them, and that's not good.
Mm-hmm. Slime Glizzy, brother in the super chat. He said, "Big Charlo versus Canelo." Kurt.
Oh, I like Canelo. I don't think it's going to be close either.
Yeah, the last few fights I saw, I don't think he could beat Canelo either.
I think he's getting blown out. I just think that Canelo, and like I said, intangibles, Canelo lives a life as a old school fighter. Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson on his wall. Boxing is life. Life is boxing. He's dedicated. After a fight, that's when he goes on vacation. He comes back. He's in the gym. He put himself in a position to succeed, and he maximizing his skill by having that life. He lives a fighter's life.
Mm-hmm. He in
If
the
you
gym right now, Kurt.
see, if you was from another planet, and you came down and you saw the Charlos, and you'd be like, "Oh, they're rappers, both of them."
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of life they live. And you look at Canelo and say he's a fighter. That's his whole demeanor, his whole makeup is that of a fighter. He put himself in the position to be successful. He did everything right.
Boxing Dad, what's going on? Emmanuel Pettigrew, Bo One, what's going on? Road Money, Stephen Jonigan, what's going on? Yeah, Brian Barraris, what's going on? Said 214, what's going on? Yeah, that's the thing, Kurt. It's like you got to live that fighter's lifestyle. They in shape, you know. I just wish they was more active, man. Rampage Jackson, what's going on? I wish they was more active. When I realized, Kurt, the last time they fought was September.
That's a long time. What is that? 9, 10 months?
Yeah.
That's too long, man. That's way too long. That's too long.
That's 10 months since he fought, Kurt.
That's too long. That's why I picked Canelo to beat everybody. Better be Plant, Charlo, Andrade. They all have one thing in common. You know, they're inactive. You ain't beat no fighter like Canelo being inactive. you that ain't gonna happen. It might not be close. I don't think the Charlo and Canelo fight is going to be close. I think he's getting blown out.
And you know, another thing I thought about this too. Darryl Johnson, brother in the super chat, he said all the so-called top fighters aren't fighting enough, so we will see more of these kind of performances from them. A la Terence Crawford is next. Well, we saw that somewhat when he fought Kell Brook and Igis Kavalauskas. He got the knockout, but Kell Brook was beating him to the punch with the jab, and Kavalauskas was hurting him on the inside.
One thing about Terence he could do is he could turn the tide. He could turn the tide, and he could turn the tenor of the fight with power. But like I said, certain nights, man, you may be off a fraction of a second, and that's all it takes in boxing. So after I don't know what's going on, but he better get active too, because he at the age where he should be busy. You know, before you retire, you know, in your 30s, you should be fighting often, man, and you know until you hang up the gloves. So let's see what happens. Well, he probably fights Zepeda, but let's see what happened after that, man. So you know, you got to be active. You got to be active. Got to be.
Bo One, brother in the super chat. Canelo stays active. That's a fact.
Stays in the gym.
And you know what? Something else I thought about, Kurt? Because both Jermell and Jamal stay in the gym. I wonder if they overtraining because they so inactive and staying in the gym so long. Are you stale?
Leave they fight in the gym because they in shape. That makes it. They ain't out of shape. They cut. You could tell. You know the physiques. You know,
they ain't hurting themselves to get in shape to make weight. So they always see them in the gym. I wonder if they leaving too much in the gym. St. Louis Mick, brother in the super chat. Castano and Montiel pressure was problematic for the Charlos. Canelo will stop them both right now, in my humble opinion. Salute to you, Blue and Kurt. Salute to my great brother, St. Louis Mick.
Salute.
I agree, bro. Imagine if you sub out Montiel and Castano and replace them with Canelo. Yeah, that's a stoppage victory for Canelo.
I think that Jermell. I think right now Jermell is vulnerable, man. Jermell get a pass. Oh, go ahead, Blue.
Yeah, let me just get these super chats real quick. D-Town 54, brother in super chat. Charlo need to be and stay the aggressor and keep dude on the back foot. He retreated too much and was waiting to counter too much by staying on the ropes. Yeah, I agree. Quincy Carter, brother in the super chat. Roy Jones versus Sugar Ray Leonard. We both picked Roy Jones. Excuse me, Sugar Ray Leonard to win that fight. Close fight, good fight, but we both got Sugar Ray Leonard winning that fight. Too technically savvy, too skilled, too poised. Roy is flashy, quick, fast, big, great fight. I got Sugar Ray Leonard. What about you, Kurt?
Yeah, I got Leonard, man. This Roy's a great fighter. Ray was special. And Roy did have problems with technical fighters. Montel Griffith, the first fight, and he couldn't beat Antonio Tarver. Roy's a great fighter in his own right. I just think he'll be fighting a special fighter, Sugar Ray Leonard, who had everything.
Mm-hmm. Marky Dan 123, brother in super chat. Where you rank Mel pound for pound, or do you think he's not pound for pound? I have him still in the top 5, top 10 pound for pound. You know, he fights everybody. He fights everybody. You're gonna have tough fights and tough nights when you fight everybody. You fighting the best. He does what we ask him to do. You know, he don't turn down nothing, not even his collar. So, what you think about that, Kurt?
Yeah, well, there's a saying: the nature of the sport. When you fight good fighters, you eventually lose. It's that's just the skinny of it. I have him in the top 10, maybe 8 or 9, or maybe 10, somewhere the bottom rung of the top 10. But he definitely belongs in the top 10. I mean, Lubin, Rosario, Harrison twice, and Castano. So I'll take my hat off to him. He fighting.
And don't forget, Kurt, early. Vanis Monterosian,
Yep.
Austin Trout.
Yep.
Like, this dude done fought everybody.
Yeah, Monterose in on the easy fight. That was he always was a tough fighter, make you look bad, but Mel fought everybody.
And that was in Vanis prime.
Yep. So I give him credit. You got to give Mel credit, man. You know, maybe if the fight go the same way, where it's a majority decision or another draw, he just went up against a guy who's just a tough matchup. It happens like that in boxing. I've seen it a million times.
Yep. Solo production, brother in the super chat. One more bad performance from Charlo, and Canelo is definitely going to be on him. I agree. I don't even think it's going to take one more. I think he already on him. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, he said something when he saw the Montiel fight. He said the Charlo fight will definitely happen.
Mm-hmm. What Braz, brother A, in the super chat? I think JoJo Diaz beats Tank, T.O., Devin Haney. What are your thoughts on Diaz? Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not, great brother.
Mm-mm.
I like Joseph Diaz, but I don't think he beats not near one of the guys you just mentioned.
Mm-mm.
I think Tank gonna stop him, T.O. gonna stop him, and Dev gonna outbox him and outclass him. He's limited. Your thoughts, Kurt?
No special effects. He's a good blue collar workman, meat and potatoes type of fighter. There's nothing special about Diaz. That's not to put him down. It's levels to this game. It takes a special person to climb through the ropes. He's a world class fighter, but there's levels. Those guys are just special and super talented, and he's not beating them. He's getting knocked out by Tank, Teo, and outboxed like Haney, like you said. He's he caught Fortuna at the right time. No excuses. He won the fight, but there's nothing special about Jojo Diaz. Respectfully, I see him losing to a lot of those guys.
Abdul Anwar, brother in super chat. Castano had so much heat on Charlo, he didn't know what to do. I just didn't see the adjustments that pound for pound fighters make in those situations. Yeah, that's another thing, Kurt. I didn't see no adjustments. What about you? He wasn't listening. I served 88. What's going on? He wasn't listening to Derrick James, Kurt.
Charlos strike me as not mentally strong, because the Harrison fight, the first one, they're very emotional, and I think it plays against them, and it shows in the ring. I didn't like his body language after the fight. I guess he was relieved he got the draw. I mean, yeah. Um, I don't know. I just seen a lot that I didn't like in that fight. But like I said, uh, uh, if they fight a rematch and it goes the same way, the pattern of the fight, then Castano is just the guy that gives him trouble. You always had that guy. Ali had Norton that gave him trouble. Couldn't do nothing with him. Couldn't do anything with him. So that's what makes boxing intriguing, man. Because you don't expect for Charlo to have that much trouble with Castano, and Castano could be better than what we anticipated. It could be the lack of ring IQ that Charlo has. It could be holes in his game. It could be anything. That what makes boxing intriguing. So I'm looking forward to the rematch because Zoo now he got to step aside because he's Castano's mandatory.
Shane Mosley, Vernon Forrest and Ricardo Mayola. That was ridiculous.
See, that's a perfect example.
That's ridiculous.
I said Forrest in 3 or 4.
Me too.
Couldn't beat him.
No way he couldn't beat him. And after the first fight, Curry, I'm like, that was a fluke.
Yep. Couldn't beat him.
Just couldn't beat him. Wendell Jackson, brother in Super Chat. Judging by last fights alone, Canelo did both Mel and Maul a favor by moving up.
Yeah. It looks that way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. AJ
it
Lewis.
Looks that way.
Yep. AJ Lewis, brother in Super Chat. I see Boots and Benavidez replacing some of these guys on the top once they get an opportunity. Top guards are acting like they are not there. Yeah. Boots for sure. Quincy Carter, brother in Super Chat. Andre versus Jermell. I think Jermell is still a little more reliable. You don't know what you're going to get from Andre, man. What you think, Kurt?
It'll be a good fight because both of them are showing vulnerabilities. I think Maul Chin is better than Andre. Andre got shook bad by Liam Williams in the 3rd round, plus his legs. I think you hit Andre with a good shot. I think you could hurt him really, really bad. I just got that feeling from him. It's a good fight. This fight has draw, majority decision all over it. But I get a slight advantage to Jermell right now.
Mm-hmm. Pound for pound sports entertainment, brother in Super Chat. Prime Madonna versus Sean Porter. Oh, that's a good fight, man. I don't know. That's an ugly fight.
It is.
That's an ugly fight, man. I would have to say Sean Porter. He'd just be cleaner. In an ugly fight, he'll be the cleaner fighter. What you think, Kurt?
Probably Porter, because I'm looking at Porter when the way he fought Danny Garcia, he mixed up his attack. He brawled, he boxed, he brawled. That was one of his best performances because he can do more than Madonna. So I would say Porter because he could box better than Madonna. Mm-hmm. And plus he could take a shot if Madonna hit him. He has the toughness to take Madonna shots and come back with his own, even though he don't hit hard, but he's like a linebacker in the ring.
Yeah, and the fact that you very rarely hit him with clean punches.
Mm-hmm. He's athletic. He has his own style, and he's effective. You can have 10 fighters, and all 10 of them have the different styles. That's what makes boxing intriguing, man. It really does.
Mm-hmm. Leo Vinsmoke, brother in the Super Chat. What is Spence ceiling historically comparison for boxing? Want to learn more about the game. Where you see him, and it depends. It's so much yet to be desired that we have to see this Pacquiao fight. We got to see other fights, in the future. Right now as it stands, he seems to be on the verge of being a Hall of Famer for sure. But I mean, when you're comparing him to the greats of yesteryear, the all-time greats, we have to see what he do. He's a one division champion. Is he going to move up multi-division now? You can be a one division champion and be a Hall of Famer and a legend like Marvin Hagler, you know. But there's a lot to be desired. We got to see how his career unfolds. What's your thought on that, Kurt?
Yeah, it's too early. He has big fights to to take, and if he wins, if he beat Pacquiao, then beat Crawford, he's gone to the Hall of Fame already. He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But where he going to end up, we don't know because he's still fighting. It's hard to assess that when he's still, in the middle of his career. So we have to wait. I mean, that goes out the window if he loses to Pacquiao, or he's going to get heavily criticized if the fight is even close. So, but I think that he will beat Pacquiao. The Crawford fight is 50-50. If he beats you guys, he's still building on his resume and his career. So it's hard right now. But the way it looks, and I got a feeling about Spence, he'll be a Hall of Famer. But it's just that in that division, man, you had the best fighter ever, Robinson, man, who was like, 129-1 with 85 knockouts. And I don't think people realize, Blue and Chat, how good of an amateur that Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray Leonard was.
Mm-hmm.
Robinson was like, 85-0. He did lose 3 fights under the name Walker Smith Jr. That's for the record. But he borrowed a birth certificate and was Ray Robinson. He lost 3 fights, but it goes down to undefeated under Robinson. But Leonard was 165-5 with 75 knockouts. Leonard was stretching people in the amateurs.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. No, that's real good. And then be a great fighter in the pros. So they was great as amateur and pros. It's just hard to top those two. Those two are my favorite fighters of all time.
Jerome Lewis, brother in the super chat. That tough talk get Charlo's broke up by Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, Canelo Alvarez, man. So he's a good fighter, man. He's very, very good, man. Slime Glizzy, brother in the super chat. Once again, I got Loma beating Tio their next fight. Your thoughts? If Loma starts early and starts backing up Teofimo Lopez, as he did in the second half in rounds 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, no, 8, 9, 10, and 11, I can see that. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, I told my friends, I said, this fight is going to be different, the rematch, because I'm quite sure Loma is seeing what we seeing. He had a lot of success. A lot of fighters can't fight backing up or pressure. And I think that's what Loma's going to do. Because what shocked me is that how ineffective he was and the lack of athleticism. I've never seen a superstar fighter that had didn't know what to do for 7 rounds against Tio. And I'm like, this is Lomachenko, and he just looked out of it until he started putting pressure on Tio. He was neutralized, but he's going to fight. I love Lomachenko when he's aggressive, and I think if he fights Tio again, that's what's going to happen. And it'll be a great fight because Tio got some pop, and he is a good fighter. But Lomachenko is still a dark horse. I don't care who he fights. He's a tough out. He's not finished.
Mm-hmm. Only the Funk, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Peace, Blue and Kurt. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you think the Charlo brothers purposely underperformed? Now fighters like Canelo saying he wants to fight since the Charlos look bad. He's saying, did they underperform on purpose to get these fights with like Canelo or so?
Absolutely not. No fighter going there underperform. You go in there with that mentality and attitude, you could lose to a 500 fighter. You should never know. When people say, yeah, I think he did it on purpose to look bad. No such thing. No. The fighters go in there to win. Trust me. I've been around them. I know them. No. They show them who they are. Fighters will show you who they are. It was just they can have off performances. They can look good, but or fighter style they have trouble with. But no fighter going there said, you know what? I'm gonna hold back and I'm gonna get hit with a left hook and right hand and hopefully I'll get cut and I'll come back and rally and win a close fight. No, it don't happen like that.
And you could get seriously hurt.
Yep.
Forever Runaway Fashion Line in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Let's pump the brakes on Canelo beating Jermell. He's ducking Jermell for 1. He hasn't fought anyone for 2, and Jermell took 10 months and came back and won. I accept him to be active from here on out. Canelo Alvarez hasn't fought anybody. Canelo Alvarez has a better resume than both Jermell and Jermall Charlo put together. What do you mean he hasn't fought anybody? He fought Floyd Mayweather. He fought Miguel Cotto. He fought Shane Mosley. He fought Austin Trout. He fought Arislan De Lara. He fought Triple G twice. He fought Danny Jacobs. He fought Sergey Kovalev. He fought Caleb Smith. He fought Billy Joe Saunders. What are we talking about here? Whether you thought they was past their prime or they really lost or whatever, he fought them. Hey, Kurt, take over for a second. I answer a phone call.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Canelo, you can't. He just fought Billy Joe Sanders. He fought who was that? Calvin Smith, and we can't wait till he beat him and then say, oh, he wasn't nobody. So you got to give him credit. He's trying to fight Caleb Plant. So if he fights Caleb Plant, that will be Calvin Smith, Billy Joe Sanders, and a Plant. And after that, I got a feeling he's going to fight somebody at 175 pounds, maybe better BF. So you can't say nothing now. I mean, he has a good resume. He has a very good resume. I believe that Canelo might have felt some kind of way when they was at 154 pounds, and he made his own weight division, 155. But now I think this is different. Canelo, he sees something in Charlo. The pendulum has swung in Canelo's favor because he got better. He regret. I mean, like I said, if a fighter don't get better, it's the same as regression. And I think Jermall, never got better, and Canelo got better. Or the fight, when I say better, because he's not fighting the style like Lara Billy Joe Sanders is not on that level of Mayweather, but he put himself in a position to be successful. That's what I'm gonna say, and I like what he's doing. I love that boxing. Boxing is life, or life is boxing. He wears his dedication on his sleeve. We have a super chat from Muslim bin Abdullah says, "Can Thurman make a comeback? He is my favorite fighter." I don't know. I think he's looking to cash out. I think he wants big fights. If I was Spence, I wouldn't give Thurman that fight, because when Spence didn't have a title, Thurman, he was chasing Thurman. Thurman didn't give him a fight, man. Somebody can hold your career back by not fighting you.
Mm-hmm. We got Peace Be Free, brother, in the super chat. Mel just had a new baby. He also said he just wanted to spend time with his family. Do you think he just lost his hunger to win or not focus? No. Levon Brooks, what's going on? I think Brian Castano is better than what we giving him credit for. No. Jack T, brother, in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Why people act like Canelo is invincible? He's a great talent, but judging off Canelo's last performance, he did himself a favor going the flat-footed Euro route. He has close fights and help from the beef. Oh, for sure. Nobody said Canelo's invincible at all whatsoever. We just talking about stylistic matchups. It don't have nothing to do with being invincible. When you have to look at this, Shane Mosley wasn't invincible. He lost to Vernon Forrest. Vernon Forrest lost to Mayorga. Then Shane Mosley beats Mayorga. So Vernon Forrest beats Shane Mosley twice. Shane Mosley beats Mayorga twice. Mayorga beats Vernon Forrest twice. It has nothing to do with being invincible or not being invincible. It has everything to do with stylistic matchups. If your name ain't Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, or Sugar Ray Robinson, right, or Muhammad Ali, for the most part, more times out of none, guys gonna run into styles that they have problems with. Only those 4 guys. Kurt, out of any other than those 4 guys, do you see they run into problems with guys any style?
Nah, they can adapt to any style, man. Any style. It takes a special fighter, excuse me, to beat them. And they lost, but except for the exception of Floyd, but I seen all of them fight different styles, man, and win.
Right.
That's a mark of a great fighter. They can adjust pressure, tall, short, boxer, anything. I remember Leonard, real quick. Leonard fought a guy by the name of Larry Bonds, upstate Syracuse, and he was a runner, man. He ran around the ring for 11 rounds. Ray waited and waited, and he got a little tired, and then Ray knocked him out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mark it in 123, brother in super chat. Kurt, I had it 7 rounds to 5 live. Rewatched it now. I have it 8-4. Gave rounds 1, 3, 9 to Castano. I gave round 2 and last 3 to Charlo. How you had it, Kurt?
I had it 7-5 Castano. 6-6 wouldn't bother me because there was some swing rounds. Castano with flurry. Even when they showed the slow motion, he didn't land one punch, but Mel didn't throw any punches, and he had Mel against the rope. So the judges, it looked good because Showtime replayed it. He threw a 4-punch combination. None of them landed, but excuse me, he was still in the rounds. Derek James was telling him. Derek James said, "Hey, he's still in the round." So a fight like that, the aggressor more likely is going to get the benefit of the doubt. But they fought in Texas and Mel's home state, so he lucky that fight was in Texas than Las Vegas or anywhere else. He would have lost.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely would have lost.
Boxing Hacker, brother in super chat. I would like to see Boots versus Gary Antoine Russell because they have history from the amateurs. Ray Robinson and Leonard were simply amazing. Yeah, I would like to see those fights too. Miss put together, peace of bless, Queen. How you doing today? LV Slugger, brother in super chat. What's a bad style for Wilder? I think Bo. Yeah, Riddick Bo. Big Homie Coop, what's going on? Least SP, what's going on? A bad style for him? I mean, he's faced a multitude of styles as well. In the heavyweight division, your name ain't Muhammad Ali. It's a lot of styles that are bad for you. Real talk, guard your grill, what's going on? Boxing MMA 365, what's going on? But he has the equalizer, so there's really not a bad style for him because he has that equalizer. He only got to land one. So there could be a lot of bad style matchups, but it's not going to have the same effect in the heavyweight division because one punch should change everything. What's your thoughts on that, Kurt?
Yeah, the styles that's bad for him would be like Riddick Bowe, Buster Douglas, Tony Tucker, because they was big, 6'6", 6'5", and they were athletic. It's hard to deal with a big athletic heavyweight. Buster Douglas could have been a great fighter. He didn't have the commitment. That fight in Tokyo, Japan against Tyson, that was not a fluke. Buster Douglas 6'4", 235 in shape, can move and had a beautiful jab. Go with your power shots and come back with his own big right hand. Riddick Bowe, big dude, 6'5", taught by Eddie Futch. Could fight that dude. That big dude can fight on the inside, man, with a sneaky uppercut. Ask Holyfield, and he beat Holyfield in his prime. Tony Tucker was a good fighter, until he stopped training. Real good fighter when he had the curly kid, Tony Tucker. So guys like that will get Wilder problems. Big athletic type of heavyweights.
Mm-hmm. LV Slugger, brother in super chat. More aggressive Loma will get stopped by Teofimo Lopez.
It's going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. OMC Well, brother in super chat, dropping that quarter of a hundo on us in the super chat. He said, salute Blue and Kurt. 2 things. Rolly Romero's modern day Mayorga educated feet, more like GED feet. What? And Charlo may have opened the door for Bud to go at him. Yeah, he has. Rolly Romero, Kurt. What's your thoughts on him?
I don't know if people see him. I look at him as strange, man. His facial expressions, his style, the way he is. I say he's a strange dude, man. I was watching him. The way he stand, it's like watching a fighter from the 1900s. The way he stand, even when he was warming up in the locker room, it just looked awkward and strange to me. But sometimes a fighter have strange genetics. He does because he can fight, but his style is strange, man. I think Tank beats him. He's just strange to me. You ever see the way he looks and his
Yes,
facial expressions?
because he
And
wear glasses, Kurt.
see, I didn't know that. I said, man, I said, Kurt, this dude's strange.
Yeah,
Strange.
he wears glasses, so his is the way he looks.
His
Mm-hmm.
style is very awkward. He, elbows. When he hit the dude, he pushed him down with his elbow, and I said, "Oh man, this dude's a problem, man."
Yeah.
Strange to me. His style is just strange.
Jack T, brother in the super chat. Fans overreact to close fights. Don't equal regression. Close fights don't equal regression. PMD 530, brother in the super chat, dropping that half up. Go on this in the super chat. Salute Blue and Kurt. I was watching highlights of an old fight of Roy Jones versus Felix Trinidad, and I couldn't help but to use what Roy did in that fight to the Charlo versus Castano. But Roy is a lot quicker. I didn't see no comparisons to that, great brother. Roy and Tito to that, I didn't see any comparisons. Did you see comparisons to that?
Nah, Castano put Charlo on the ropes. Trinidad and Roy he didn't put Trinidad on the ropes. He didn't need to. Roy quickness bothered Tito. So I don't know. Watch Rodan and Hearns. Then you'll see Castano and Charlo. Watch Tommy Hearns versus Juan Domingo Rodan.
Mm-hmm. Boss Red 357, brother in super chat. So I wonder, will Jermell have the same energy for Canelo like he had for Wilder since Canelo said he lost? Oh yeah, he will. Well, we'll see. Machiavelli Mafia, brother in super chat. I think a lot of people have a problem with Canelo wearing the crown and ducking. Floyd didn't duck him when he was at the top, so he is being held to that. Yeah, heavy as the head that bears the crown. Justin Alexander, brother in super chat. Y'all think Spence gonna have trouble going to the body against Pacquiao? I do, unless he has him on the ropes. In the middle of the ring, I think he have trouble going to Pacquiao's body. He can use that long jab to the body, but he's a southpaw. So if he reaches with that with his right jab to Pacquiao's body, that's going to leave the opening for Pacquiao's straight right hand. So, but what you think about that, Kurt?
Yeah, I wouldn't listen. Like I said, short fighters like Pacquiao, I wouldn't go to his body unless you have him really hurt or you wore him down and fatigue make cowards out of men, and he wouldn't see the body shot. But I wouldn't even concentrate on Pac's body. The jab, the Spence jab, is the most important punch because it will set up Spence right hand, and it will. See, you don't have to land the jab a lot. If you land it, that's a bonus. A jab is designed to keep your opponent's hands at bay. It's designed to control your opponent. You can control your opponent with a jab. Look at Larry Holmes. I see him knock people out with jabs, Ozzy Ocasio, but it's designed to control your opponent. Like I said, the pattern of a fight is more important because it's going to determine how the fight is going to go. So Spence jab is more important than body shot. Don't even think about the body shot. Think about head hunting and the jab and the straight right hand.
Mm-hmm. Larry Ebram Smith, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on us in the super chat. He said, salute Blue and Kurt. I think Floyd is going to feed Romero to Tank. Could be a possibility. He said he wanted to keep it in-house. Strong possibility. 817 Boston B. What's going on, great brother? Contingent Rich, Consolidated Planner. What's going on? Solomon Izio. What's going on? Drip Braden. What's going on? Janina Brissett, brother in the super chat. Or peace and bless to the queen in the super chat. Why don't judges score rounds 10-10 anymore? I don't know. These judges. Kurt, what you think about that 117-111 card?
Oh, that was ridiculous, man. You got to understand these boxing judges are not boxing people. That changed the climate of boxing. They used to be boxing people, the judges. The judges always got it wrong. This ain't nothing new. But you can have a security guard, a cop, being a boxing judge. You can have somebody working in a supermarket. They're not qualified to be boxing judges. They're not boxing people. But his scorecard, it's ridiculous. It's 117, 111. I don't know what fight he was watching. Maybe he was asleep. I don't know.
Bay Area Boxing Talk, brother in Super Chat. Blue and Kurt, how come Tim Bradley gets a pass for fighting none of the other fighters on the other side of the street? Other fighters get criticized. The thing is, why Timothy Bradley? Because he was never seen as the apex of boxing. He was never seen as one of the best of the best. He was just seen as a very, very good fighter, but not one of the best of the best. So him staying on that side, I mean, there was fights that people were calling for, but there was no fights that you thought Timothy Bradley was a 50-50 fight. Nobody thought he won that Pacquiao fight. Nobody think he could beat Floyd Mayweather, So nobody called for it because, I mean, he wasn't in high demand. Well, what's your thoughts, Kurt?
Yeah, that's a good point. He wasn't. Bradley made his bones by fighting Pacquiao. He got his name out there. More importantly, he got rich. 3 fights with Pacquiao. The Marquez fight really surprised me because I definitely picked Marquez to beat him. I was shocked when Bradley beat Marquez. And the Provetnikov fight, that's what he's known for. Tough, meat and potatoes guy, blue collar guy, nothing special about Bradley, not a hard puncher. But he maximized his skills by overachieving. That's what I respect about Bradley in the ring. Don't respect him outside the ring, but in the ring, he always fought hard, but he wasn't going nowhere because he was in a good position financially. Because he knew he was going to get the Pacquiao fight 2 or 3 times. I don't know what he made, but he's retired and he made good off that money. So that's what he was thinking. And plus, like you said, Blue, he wasn't seen as the apex of boxing. And a couple of people say, I think he'd get Mayweather fight. I said, no, not me. That fight would not be close at all.
Not at all. So that's why. Yeah, that's why. Do me a favor, Kurt. Just take over for a second, Kurt. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that fight wouldn't have been close with Bradley and Floyd. But like I said, he got the Pacquiao fight 3 times, so he made good. When fighters think about business, man, it's all about the money. It's all about the money, So, and plus, he had a couple of fights. Alexander, I remember that fight. He fought. He had some. Ruslan was a good fight. That's what he's known for. And Marquez, I couldn't believe when he beat Marquez. I said, "Oh man, Marquez gonna dust him off." But Bradley, he overachieved. That's what he did. So you got to respect that. He got the best out of his ability. But like I said, with pressure fighters, you have to, when they get close to you, you have to tie them up, and so they can restart and push. Tie them up and walk them back, push them off, and they're gonna come forward. Again, they're predictable, but certain pressure fighters are good at what they do. Like Castano, a great pressure fighter. Brandon Figueroa, great pressure fighter. I got a feeling, I could be wrong, and I like Fulton. I just got this feeling he gonna fight the wrong fight against Brandon Figueroa. It keeps ringing in my head. It's in the back of my head. I think he's gonna go mano a mano with Brandon Figueroa, and that's what Figueroa wants. And Stephen Fulton is a good fighter, but you got to hit hard against Brandon. You fight a Brandon Figueroa, man, and he's a volume puncher. And Brandon Figueroa, who doesn't get enough credit, one of my favorite fighters, he gets stronger as the fight go along. Ask Louis Neary. He's strong. Brandon Figueroa is strong, man, and he's not built like a wrestler. He's not. That what makes it unique. That's who he is. Certain fighters is just born for certain style, and that's Brandon Figueroa. So I can't wait for that fight. So September 11th, man. I got a feeling Fulton. Now if he boxes, he beats Figueroa, but he got to be sharp. The jab is key. You can let Brandon Figueroa run into the jab. I'm looking forward to that fight in Kasim, Merrill, and Rigondeaux too. See, boxers today, they don't know how to fight pressure fighters. They don't. They don't. They don't know how to fight them. If you don't have masterful footwork, if you go look at Pernell Whitaker versus Chavez, he kept turning Chavez and turning him, and Chavez, you could see the frustration on Chavez's face. But nobody comparing today's fight to Pernell Whitaker. But that's when you got to be smart, and have a high boxing IQ or common sense. Study a fighter, break them down, and execute the game plan. That's something that Charlo didn't do. 1 second, we have a. Let me go in the in the chat. Let me see what my family's up to. PMD 530 said, "Sorry, Blue and Kurt. Typo on the previous super chat. I kept visualizing if Charlo used some of the moves Roy Jones used on Trinidad. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Let me see. Silver Surfer, La D. What's up, Queen? What's up, Ketty? What's up, Terrell? What's up, Tone Capone? Yeah, Figueroa is a dog, Tone, man. I like that dude. He's a throwback fighter, man. Nobody talks about him because of the weight class, but people thought Louis Neary was going to walk through Figueroa, and Figueroa walked through him. Figueroa tried to go toe-to-toe with Brandon. And when he found out how strong Brandon was, he tried to box. But that's not who he is. And Brandon hit him with that body shot, and fight was over. Brandon is a dog. He gets stronger, man. Let me see. Anybody have any questions? I'm surprised that Phoenix is choking like they are, man. I'm very surprised if they go out tomorrow night, Chris Paul legacy is going to be like, ringless. When they was up 2-0, I thought for sure Phoenix was going to win. Demetric Armstrong in that super chat. If Devin was the same size as Boots, who do you have and why? I still like Boots. I think Boots is special, man. His genetics is this better than everybody else's. His footwork, he's been born with skills, man. I see it. Hand speed, and he's been aggressive, but as he steps up in competition, once he boxes, party's over for everybody. That's what I see. Unless something disastrous happened, and I've not seen it happen in boxing, but I got a good feeling about Boots Ennis, man. I think naturally gifted. And Haney too, but not on that level. L Dub, what's going on? Subscribe to L Dub Boxing. L Dub, man, this guy eats, sleep, and love boxing, man. Wish we had more people like L Dub, man. I mess with L Dub heavy, his channel. He just talks straight boxing, man. Put your link in the chat, L Dub. He says, Kurt, who do you have? MJ or Ronnie Rios for the unified titles at 122. That's a good fight. I like Ronnie Rios, man. That's a good fight. Him and MJ. I don't know, man. I might have to go with Rios, but I won't be surprised if MJ win. That 122 pound division is great. I guess sentimentally, L Dub, I like Ronnie Rios. I've been following him for a very long time. Consolidated Planning said, what people hating on? Number one pound for pound, Saul Alvarez. Emmanuel Pettigrew said, happy for B. Lopez, though. Brian Nelson said, how do you see Spence versus Pac playing out? Well, Pac usually have the advantage because Pac relies on blind spots, and Spence is a southpaw, so that's going to negate all of them blind spots. I'll be surprised. I expect a competitive fight for the first 4 or 5 rounds that I think Spence is going to pull away. I won't be surprised if Spence stops him late. Depending on the punishment, they may throw in the towel, but I would never sell Manny short. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say Spence by unanimous decision. I think after 7 is all Spence. Spence is a dog, man. Henry King said, Canelo ducked Triple G when he was 32, only to fight him when he was 37. Jacobs didn't look good in the previous fight. Billy Joe has looked like trash since 168. Callum Smith lost to Ryder. He's ducking. Yeah, it kind of, he does fight people who not doing well, who didn't look good the previous fight. That I get. I agree with you. Jadon one said anyone who says Crawford will beat Canelo, YDK sad. Nah, Crawford too small, man. Elijah one said better fight Brandon Rios versus Mike Alvarado. Oh man, woo! You know what? Elijah one. Nobody talks about the rivalry between Rios and Alvarado. Nobody. I'm guilty too because I haven't seen the fight in years. Thank you, Elijah. I'm gonna watch that fight tomorrow, man. Tomorrow morning. Thank you, Elijah. I forgot all about that fight. Man, that was a war. Great fights. Thank you very much. I would say Gaddy and War, but Mike Alvarado and Brandon Rios is the reincarnation of Tony Zell versus Rocky Graziano. Great rivalry. Jack T says, speaking facts isn't hating. Demetrius Bryce said, what do you think about Brandon Lee? Oh, I like Brandon Lee. He got heavy hands. I want to see him more. I want to see Brandon Lee more. The Puerto Rican fighter Matias. I want to see him. I want to see the Ali Rivera dude. I want to see him. I want to see Gary Antoine Russell. I want to see him. And Zayas. Lala D's laughing, humble wisdom say Henry Armstrong versus the ring. Who wins? Man, that's a tough fight, man. Armstrong might be the best pressure fighter ever. 1937 going into 1938, he was 27-0 with 26 knockouts. Won the welterweight title, had 19 defenses as a welterweight. Won the welterweight title and beat the great Barney Ross at 133 pounds. Drops back down to lightweight and beat Lou Ambers. The Herkimer Hurricane. I love that name. We have a super chat. LV Slugger said, Ryan versus Rolly, who you got? Is it that 50-50 fight? That's a good fight. I like that fight. Rolly has the power. Ryan has the speed. It is a 50-50 fight. Box fan, thank you for that super chat. CP in that super chat, he said Castano for busy late in the rounds. I think he said was busy late in the rounds with flurries. That gave him round he was hurting. The fight was a draw. D. James will correct that next fight. I want to see the rematch. Consolidated Planner said the only person you can say he never ducked anyone is Benavides. Dog Mighty said, do you think Derek James I lost it. Wished he had Earl fighting that guy Saturday? Yeah. Yeah, Dog Money. OMC said best fighter in a street fight. Give me Hagler. Yeah, I would take somebody like Jake LaMotta. He was a nut. Jake will fight a monster. He'll go up against King Kong, Jake LaMotta. Marvin Hagler, Jake LaMotta, Carmen Basilio, Rocky Marciano are the toughest fighters I've ever seen in my life. Lala D said, I hated that Rios Alvarado trilogy. I like defensively responsible fighters. I know, I hear you, but it's always the fun to have a Pier 6 brawl, Lala. They gave me a headache. I still wear my Sugar Ray Robinson tank tape, Lala. Thank you very much. That was a great gift. My favorite fighter. Henry King said, at Consolidated Planning, dude, shut up. Your guy Canelo isn't the king of boxing. He doesn't. Oh, man, it jumped up on me. Stormy B, man, in the building. Go to Stormy B, man. You know, that's my other show on Thursday. You know, I pull double duty. You know, Kurt Sugar be breathing hard, but I love boxing. You be careful what you ask for. You want to learn boxing? Come to the Three Wives, man. Stormy B, man. Scrapbook boxing and yours truly, Kurt Sugar. We talk everything from soup to nuts. Stormy B man is in the building. He said that Kurt Sugar will Jaime McGear to be rewarded with the opportunity to send GGG to I mean retirement. Hey, I think McGear is flying under the radar. Remember, he got Eric Morales. He gonna make some noise. He's perfecting his flaws. And I'm not sure if Charlo can beat him now. I'm not sure. If Charlo was in that ring, I mean Charlo. If McGear was in that ring, then Montiel, that's a knockout for McGear. Yes, sir. Brian Corbett says Stormy beat Peace. 817 said facts. Monserine said, Kirk, who do you have? Regis Prograis or Gary Antoine Russell at 140? Right now, Prograis. Antoine needs more experience. Then I might have to go with him. That's a good fight, though. Terrell Cameron said, right, Jaden. St. Louis Mix said, give me Tyson. He was biting people. Jack T said, disagree. Benavides could have fought Plant 2019, but his team said he wanted to wait until 2020. Beat Your Man said, Goat Canelo is the new name. Okay, Canelo fan. Canelo's a good fighter, man. He may piss you off, but he's a good fighter. You can't take that away from him. Jay Starlight said, who you got, Boots versus Mel? Right now, Mel, but Boots is coming. Another year, Boots. Because if Mel has those holes, Boots might beat him now, though. Boots will exploit them holes. Maury Nola said, Castano versus Spence. There's Spence fight at 147. Wait till Spence go to 154, and we'll see what happens. How old is Castano? Brian Corbett. Anybody? St. Louis Mix. Peace. Capitan 24 said, hi, everyone. What's up? We have a super chat. P. Newell said, Kirk, give us that old school pound for pound so I can get the big payday I need. Old school pound for pound? Okay, I'm going to give it to you, P. Newell. Thank you for your super chat. Number 1, Sugar Ray Robinson. Number 2, Muhammad Ali. Number 3, Henry Armstrong. Number 4, Sam Langford. Number 5, Harry Greb. Number 6, Archie Moore. Number 7, Joe Louis. Number 8, Benny Leonard. Number 9, Willie Pep. Number 10, Ezra Charles. There you have it. That's my top 10 of all time. No Pacquiao, no Mayweather. All the guys I named was great. Benny Leonard, 186 wins, 22 losses, 70 defeats. Lightweight champion 1917, 1925. Sugar Ray Robinson from 1940, 1951. He was 129 and 1-1 with 85 knockouts. Henry Armstrong, 151 wins, 101 knockouts. I forgot how many defeats he had, man. I don't know how I remember all this stuff. I'm suffering from Grandpa Simpson. How do you know this stuff like water, man? No Duran, no. You know what bothers me about Duran? Is that he quit against Leonard in one of the biggest rematches. He quit. Duran couldn't beat boxers. He lost to Kirkland Lang. He got outboxed by Alfredo Benitez. He lost to Hearns. He lost to Hagler. Duran was great as a lightweight. Great fighter, period. I take nothing away from him, but that no mas really sticks with me, man. You don't ever quit. And Mike Tyson biting Evander Holyfield ear, that sticks with me too. Donald Curry quitting on the stool against Lloyd Hunnigan, that sticks with me too. Costa Zoo quitting against Ricky Hatton, that sticks with me too. Terrell Cameron said, how Kirk, Taylor or Tank? I used to say Taylor, but that's a 50-50 fight. Because you can hurt Taylor to the body. He don't like it to the body. Ramirez didn't see how he was hurting Taylor to the body, but he didn't keep it up. Tank is a devastating body puncher. Wendell Jackson said Crawford versus Boots. Crawford right now, but Boots is coming. Another year, Crawford and Spence will be behind Boots. OMC said, Kurt, you have to put Jack Johnson on that list as the first black heavyweight. Yeah. You know what? I got him top 15. They're like number 13 to 12. I got Tony Canzoneri. Tony Canzoneri was a great fighter. Jack Johnson, Charlie Burley. You know, I just did with Scrapbook 150 greatest black fighters in the last 100 years. So go over to Scrapbook and see what me and Scrap, who we got on the list. Let me see. Master Allah said, Kirk, do you think of it more of the fighters ducking or promoters the big fight? I think it's a lot of things. I think it's the promoters. They want to keep everything in house, man. They get all the money like that. D. Richardson said, can't wait. Kent, what do you think about Edward Berlanga having all his power all of a sudden? I just think he got heavy hands. I look at his body type. I just think he got heavy hands, but he better work on boxing. He better be an improvement because you can't rely on power all the time. Pete Newell say, wow, that's great. Please write it down. All of these say, Capadonna. You can't take nobody off that top 10, man. Jack Johnson went through. I got so much respect for Jack Johnson. Did you ever see the documentary Unforgivable Blackness? That's my favorite boxing documentary. Maureen Nola said Andre Ward versus Benavidez. Ward because it's high boxing IQ. Not the Ward that fought Kovalev the first time. People remember he was rusty. Remember how good he looked the second time? Because the rust was knocked off. I knew he was going to have trouble with Kovalev at the first fight. It was rust. Blue is back. What's good, Blue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got to get out of here, Kurt. Got to do some things for my son's wedding.
Yes, sir, man. Congrats to your son, man.
Yeah, he getting married 2 Saturdays, Kurt. I'm excited.
Oh, man, that's great. Great news, man.
Yeah.
That's great news.
You know, the wife is just sticking it to me, man, every chance she gets.
Yeah, when something got to be done, like a wedding or family reunion, man, my wife killed me. But today, she start 12-hour shifts, so I'm happy. Instead of going to work at 10 o'clock, she go at 6 now. 7 to 7. I don't see how guys, men be like, man, she always out, man. Listen, I love my wife, but I'm the type of guy, when you have hobbies, like I'm in the books, my eyes ain't what they used to be because I'm a diabetic, and I'm gonna need glasses, but I like movies, Marathon Man, Freak Connection. I listen to house music, been listening to Biz Markie, rest in peace, Biz. I listen to rock music, Doobie Brothers, and the point I'm trying to make, when you have things on your plate, all these free streams, and this is a renaissance for, I don't know if you saw Raising Canaan. Woo, that's my show.
Oh, man, I love it.
I lived in Queens in the 80s. I said, look at that. Look at that. I was like, oh, man, the music, but, watching Raising Canaan, I don't know, you watch The Shy. That's good. This is a renaissance for black TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's a renaissance. It's so many great black TV shows. The one with the 4 girls, Run This World. I watch all of that because I don't go out anymore. But my wife, she's busy because at the church they got a store where the women, they sell purses. My wife makes the sea moss. So that keeps my wife busy. She get ready to go to Atlanta with her friends. I'm like, go. You can have my card if you don't get paid that week, but you fine. Go and stay as long as you want. I mean it. That's the type of guy I am. She said, yeah, I'm gonna go to Niecy's Mac and Cheese and get you 5 dinners and put them in a Tupperware. I'm like, long as you put food in that fridge on the stove, go and don't rush coming back. And use my card and spend as much as you want and have fun. Because see, I look at it as it takes pressure off your marriage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's my philosophy. But I could talk all night. I just love talking, man. But thank you, chat, for the super chats, man. Great show. Great show, man. I love it. You tell I'm hyped, but hey, man, we'll be back tomorrow with some more great content. My name is Kurt Sugar. Great show, Blue. Everybody have a blessed evening.
We're gonna have a special guest tomorrow. We're gonna have the star of Nine Wives. She's gonna be on tomorrow, Brianna.
Yes, sir. I'm all for it. Yes, sir.
Yep. Jack T in the super chat. Folks forget Ward moved up and fought Crusher Kovalev. Yes, he did. P. Newell, brother in super chat. Blue, I got the old school pound for pound, but I need the new school. Holla at your boy. We got you, great brother. We got you. So let's get on out of here, Kurt. Go ahead and close us out.
Oh, man, great, man. I don't know, man. I got energy today. I got a lot of energy. You could tell in my voice, man. My voice went up an octave, but I could talk to 12 o'clock. Hey, we got to get out of here. I have this energy tomorrow. You know, we'll be back tomorrow with some great content. I'm shocked at the Phoenix Suns. If they choke, Chris Paul would never live this down. But I was rooting for him, but I don't know, man. It's tough, but great show, Blue. Thank you, chat. Thank you for the super chats. Everybody have a blessed evening.
Yes, sir. Brother Emmanuel H. back in the super chat, Kurt, dropping another hundo on us in the super chat. He said, for the Young King wedding, salute to great brother Emmanuel H, man. Yeah, hey, Kurt, I was supposed to appreciate you, Emmanuel H. I'm getting ready to send you my number, too, because we got to do this basketball channel, Kurt. We got to get everything squared away, how we're going to do this schedule.
Wait a minute. 1 second. Hey, 817. We're going to have to go 3 rounds, bro. House music, a.k.a. Walmart music. No, good brother, as the words Blue. No, it's not. House music in Newark. House music in Newark is next to God and oxygen. House music is all of that. I love house music. Go ahead, Blue.
Yep. Yeah, so I got some. My wife's like, you supposed to go here. You supposed to stop there. You supposed to do. I'm like, man, all right. Let me go hit the road. I'm gonna jump.
Congrats to your son, man. For real. That's great news, man.
Appreciate you, Kurt. So yeah, let's get out of here, man. Manuel H. Yeah, we're gonna get with the basketball channel, Kurt. We got some news in basketball. We're gonna talk about it, man. Can't wait, man.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I got stories, man. High school, college, and pro, man. Oh, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. But that's all we got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.